Hello, everybody. Wait. I gotta do that again. Hello there.
Oh, of course.
General Kenobi. How's everyone doing tonight? This is Nick from the Phoenix Press, and welcome to Extra Credit Place, Saturday edition. I am Darth Nick, Darth Phoenix. God, that is so stupid. Joining you all tonight, and we are, joining me on my crusade are my two apprentices. Because 3 there are, no more, no less. First off, we have Lord Gravedigger, Caster.
Yeah, Darth Caster. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then we have the Sith fledgling, Lugsberg. He doesn't have a title yet.
Is it possible to learn one?
Not from a Jedi. Alright, so we're gonna do like a Scoundrels Guardian build. I'm mostly playing this by ear. I looked up some builds. But yeah. So... Alright, are we live? Just wanna check.
Yeah, we're live.
Okay, we're good then. Alright, that's, I think I'll do like a dex build. Yeah, mostly I won't be using too many force powers, but
Okay. We got our first one, Nathaniel Brown. Woohoo!
hey Nathaniel, how you doing?
Woohoo indeed. Oh, Angela's is here. Okay.
Hey Angela, what's what they got for us?
When I min-max my character, I can get a 20 plus in nearly all stats.
Oh god.
Usually, I just hit auto and go with it.
Yeah.
That's a good way to do it. Yeah. Especially if you're just starting out and you don't really know what to do, just be like, take it for me and we'll play it.
Oh crap. I vaguely kind of know what I'm doing. Right, no, wisdom 12, charisma, all right. What other comments we got?
That's it.
Oh, we got Pojo. Oh, is that what you want me to name my character? Because if Nathan, if that's what you want me to do, I will do it.
Pojo Loco. That does sound like a Star Wars name.
It actually kind of does.
It also sounds like a Thomas the Tank Engine character.
Yeah, it sounds like a Spanish version. It's Pojo Loco. He said no.
All right, then Nathan. All right, what should I name my character? People give me suggestions.
Name your character Screecher.
I can do like a last name.
I've started something amazing, says Nathaniel.
Oh God, yes you have. Yes you have.
Is it your journey to the dark side?
It might be. It might be.
He says, I don't know if that's a name or what, but it's Drake with 2 A's and an E.
I don't think
And
we're doing
then-
that one.
Yeah. Drake Armageddon. That's what it sounds look like. It sounds like. And we got Johnny Ortiz in the chat saying howdy. How you doing? How the hell are you? Yeah, Drake Armageddon.
Alright. Armageddon.
That sounds corny enough.
Alright, I'll do Drake, but I kind of want to do a different name because Armageddon. It sounds like a porn star's name. I'm just gonna be honest.
Drake Armageddon. Yeah, baby.
Alright, so give me another last name. I'll do Drake though. I'll do Drake. He's my my boom character.
Boom character.
Okay.
And this is my boomstick.
Okay. I'm sorry. I have to do this.
Drake Loco.
I have something better in mind.
Drake Solo.
Drake Parker.
Oh no. Oh crap! I'm really not used to these controls. Wedge Polis. I'm gonna do Drake Fortune.
Drake Fortune.
Do you guys get the joke?
Man of action.
Man, my name is really Uncharted.
Yeah,
Drake Thief. Oh, it's a Thief reference.
Please leave this stream and never come back, Plug. Oh God, he actually did it! Alright, so Nathan likes the name. So yeah, we're doing Drake Fortune. Oh. Alright, I gotta ask, how do you spell fortune? Is it U-N-E? Although I will say it would be really hilarious if I played through like I spelled it wrong. Is that how you spell fortune? Fortune.
Tuna.
Yeah, it's pretty much, yeah.
I'm gonna double check because Drake Fortune, that also does sound. Okay.
Yeah, Fortune.
Alright, so we're doing Drake Fortune. That's our name. Here we go. I'm gonna have to like get out of this really early because we're gonna get copyright struck for this opening crawl.
Oh, is it the
Yeah.
John Williams theme?
Yeah, we're gonna get copyright claim for this part.
Okay.
Oh no, we need to make noise. Oh, okay.
Alright, and then I am waiting to see what it looks like. Wait, let me
Speaking of John Williams, have you heard of the bitching and crying people are doing about Superman?
By a Sith battle fleet. The Endar
What is
Spire
it
is under
now?
attack. Hurry up, we don't have much time.
Wow. Why do they always gotta play the John Williams theme? Wow. Can't we get another theme song? Wow.
Just
You
like
can't
everyone
stop
else in the
greatness.
crew.
You can't top
I know
it.
she may not have an official.
Well,
Oh
you
man,
know.
yeah.
I know all about your reputation. And I'll admit, the Republic. But now that you signed on for this mission, don't be stupid. You won't stand a chance. against
Already.
the Sith by yourself.
We're barely
Gotta stick
30 seconds
together
into the
if you
game.
wanna
I'm
make it
already
out of this
giving lip.
alive. So hurry up and grab your gear. You need to.
Oh man, yeah. I was talking about that sort of thing before, because like, I'm not seeing any such complaint with James Bond. We just the other day we got a trailer for a origin story video game reboot for James Bond, and it's still using the old theme music that's been used for decades.
I mean, you can't top greatness. That's literally,
That's literally the
see
James
no one
Bond theme.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you see no one complaining.
Okay, let's move. We should stick.
Well, it's like people are like,
Star
oh,
Wars, like Star Wars,
yeah. Well, people are like, oh, how come it's always like the music from the 1978 movie? And it's like, well, My answer to that
Now that the
was,
door's open, you bet.
you know, some theme music transcends iterations of a character.
Like, also, another
It's so
one.
fucking epic.
Why is it every time they do Star Wars they use a John Williams theme? It's almost like John Williams is really good at writing themes.
Contacting us on our portable
It's
communicators.
almost like it is, yeah.
There's a map of the
Also,
But, like,
also,
yeah.
I didn't say this already. Hi, Johnny. I didn't see your comment.
Just in case we get separated.
When you see like when you think of Superman, that's the music you think of, right?
Yeah.
That door's locked.
And like same thing with like Danny Elfman and the Batman theme. That's iconic, you know.
Nathan's like,
But then-
now I want to play this.
And then my other example was, if I said, sing me the X-Men theme right now, you would immediately go to the 1992 cartoon and you would not think of anything else. You wouldn't think of other shows or games. You would immediately go da 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 da.
Oh, the X-Men theme song. You mean X-Men? X-Men?
No, not that one.
I will say though the one from the 2000 movie is pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty iconic. Or like Power Rangers. You know, if I ask you to hum the Power Ranger theme, what are you gonna do?
Go Power Rangers!
Fun fact: I'm friends with both Power Rangers and X-Men.
Okay, cool. I know, I forgot his name, but yeah, I know who that is. Yeah.
All right, I gotta turn the music down because it is getting in the way.
Yeah.
Something in the way. All right.
But yeah, it's like to me, it's like it's just such an iconic song, you know, and honestly, to me, it encapsulates everything Superman is. It's a grandstand theme. It's loud and proud, and you know, it's bright and happy, and it just makes you feel good, like the day is gonna be saved.
It makes
And it's
you ready to like. It's so badass.
Yeah, you know, like for me, you know, when I was a little kid, you know, I didn't like it when Superman nailed the Zod, and I was like, no, Superman, don't do it. And then, like, he grabs his hand, and he starts squeezing it real hard, and then they start playing the one trumpet, you know. I was like, oh yeah!
Oh yeah.
You know, and then then the music swells, and then they play the, you know, the rest of the instruments come in and start playing the theme. You know, such a badass moment in Superman 2. You know, like that, to me, that theme song is just, it is so iconic. It transcends iterations of the character. I don't care which Superman you are, or you know, or you like that Superman. John Williams' Superman is the best Superman theme there is. To me, it is Superman. Like hell, when you play I played Lego Batman 3 and played that with my nephew, and when you unlock Superman as a character, every time you fly, it immediately plays the John Williams thing. Every time. Every single time. And if you just like if you start flying with Wonder Woman, it plays the 1970s Wonder Woman song.
I will say though, in terms of Wonder Woman themes, the Hans Zimmer Wonder Woman theme, oh, that is so freaking good. Like that is, yeah, that's iconic in my opinion.
Oh, the new one with Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And have you seen the music video with like the woman and like she's like half naked with like clay all over her? It's oh God.
No, but I want to.
Oh, put it in the chat. We'll watch it afterwards.
Right. But
Well, you first you say you were gonna listen to it, and then you say watch it.
oh yeah, we'll watch it, right?
Oh yeah, we'll watch it. All right, catch up on the
But
chat,
yeah.
please.
Oh, what we got here? Love it. And then he spells fortune for you. Dang it, I want to play this. Dibs on Green Ranger, lol.
All right, you can have Green Ranger. I'm a Blue Ranger fan.
Go, Green Ranger, go!
Oh, you want to know what I'm really excited about? So, I'm doing a con in, I think it's like September or so. And, guess who's one of the guests is? Walter Jones! The OG Black Ranger!
Okay.
I get to meet the Black Ranger! I am like, really excited.
Yeah, that's actually really cool.
So, what I do when I meet Rangers is I film a video where I, like, morph with them. I even have a legacy power morpher, like a really nice one. Oh gosh. And I put it on my YouTube. It's oh gosh. What's the comment saying?
Awesome, go Green Ranger. Billy is awesome too.
Yeah.
I like how all the Rangers are supposed to be in high school, but they look 35.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
To me, like, so somebody had a thing on Twitter the other day. It was like, what do you prefer, the Green Ranger or the White Ranger? Honestly, I gotta go Green Ranger. To me, that was more iconic. I mean, I like the White Ranger, but for me, man, that Green Ranger was awesome. And then the Dragon Zord is fucking amazing, and oh yeah.
I can see that, yeah.
And that whole story arc of the evil Ranger, and then it comes good. Oh man, I tell you what, I was on the edge of my seat as a kid when that was coming out. Oh man. And I bet you everybody in the world can hum the Green Ranger summoning tune. Yeah. Oh man, but it was nothing better back in the early '90s. Playing outside, grabbing a stick, pretending it's like Green Ranger dagger, and just humming that. Yeah, I'm summoning the Megazord or the Dragon Zord. Yeah. Same in Smallville too. Gotta go green too. Didn't care for white.
I mean, white was okay. I didn't mind it, but
I mean, I like that Tommy came back and he got a permanent power up, because I really hated the fact that like his powers were being used up and he could only do it so much.
a lot of it was because of the Sentai footage.
Oh, I know. And then it was like that green candle.
Yeah.
It was snuffed out. It was like if it burns out or whatever, it's like he loses his powers.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah,
he can only kind of sort of use the power or whatever, and so it was like very sparingly, and then he finally got his White Ranger power. Yeah. Dragon Caesar, name of that tune.
Yeah, and then the Dragon Ranger was the Sentai name, and Burai was the character's name. Like, Burai actually like dies, and they had a similar thing to the Green Candle. Like that's why Tommy would like only really come in at the last minute kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, there's certain formulae that you'll find in a season of or a Power Rangers show. You got like the mysterious Sixth Ranger always shows up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not always the same color scheme. There's usually different colors in each one.
Yeah, there's some variants and whatnot. Usually it's a pretty fancy
Variants.
logo.
Yeah, but there's always a Red Ranger though. That's the thing.
I like how in Time Force you had 2 Red Rangers.
Yeah.
Quantum Ranger was so awesome.
Oh man, they had a fight to get that that red anniversary.
Oh yeah, they like that. That's why the ending has like that motorcycle thing, because that was the only way they could make it. They basically had a Bandai give them some money to make it. But
yeah, because was it Disney owned them at the time?
Yeah, because they bought it, I think, partway through Wild Force, and then Ninja Storm was like the first full Disney season because they moved production over to New Zealand, starting with Ninja Storm.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember they came to them and said, "Why are we making a movie? Why are we selling? Why are we making a movie that we can't sell toys to?" Basically.
Yeah, that was kind of.
And they were like, "This is for the," and that's that corporate thinking that's so stupid. Like, it's so short-sighted. Give the fans like some some
that's
some
why
stuff.
They canceled Young Justice. Like, that's why Young Justice didn't go past 2 seasons, because I think it was like girls were getting into the show, and like it was supposed to be a boy show or something.
Yeah, they want to sell toys to it. Yeah. Oh man, I tell you what, Young Justice, rest in peace, man. That show
fell so hard.
It went so like, okay. I enjoyed season 1. I enjoyed season 2. I enjoyed season 3. Actually, really enjoyed season 3. All right, I know some people don't like season 3. They thought it was bad. Then they had like this. I think it was like season 4, and it was like halfway through it, it was okay. Not really didn't really seem to have any good direction. It was just kind of like random stuff happening, and didn't really have a cohesive story between them. And then halfway through that season, it hit the woke engine fast.
Oh god!
And I'm sitting there going, whoa, what is going on? Like they had all of a sudden, the character Halo, she's a lesbian, even though she wanted to like explore her religious, backgrounds and everything. And I'm like, I don't think those actually kind of go together. And then you had this whole thing with what the hell is his name? Not Aqualad, but it was the other Atlantean guy who was on the team. He looked more like a fish.
Oh, I can't remember.
Yeah, but he was in a polyamorous relationship with another Atlantean girl and an Atlantean guy, and she was pregnant with the other guy's baby, but he kept saying like our baby, because so it was like they were husbands to like one wife, and it got all kind of weird. It got really weird. I was just like, oh my god, this is terrible, absolutely terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the comment
it just. Let's see here. Almost wrote a story based off of Mighty Morphin, but Zordon is actually the main bad guy, and Zed and Rita were actually good and was trying to stop him. Huh. Interesting. Yeah. But yeah, like it just went crazy, and I was like, where's all this stuff coming out of left field? I was like, oh my god.
And then the show got canceled shortly thereafter.
And then it got canceled. It got canceled. I was just sitting there like, what is going on? I know people didn't like. There was a bunch of people who didn't like season 3. I liked it. I thought it was okay. A lot of people hated the character Halo because she was like a Mary Sue, I guess. I kind of liked her. I thought she was charming, but then, yeah, they went off the rails in season 4, and I was just like, whoa, what is going on? I just had no idea.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it makes me sad because it was up to that point, it was a pretty good show. You know, and actually dealt with, I thought, mature subject matter. For a kid, for a show that was supposed to be aimed at children or young teenagers, it actually handled some pretty dark topics, and I thought it actually handled them pretty well. Where an adult can sit there and watch it and get a lot of enjoyment out of it. I thought it was well done, but oh boy, maybe in the future we'll get a reboot or something. It'll actually be good. I don't know. Wishful thinking.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's all it is at this point.
Any new comments?
No, not really.
All right.
YJ was a great show. I like Zantana in it. I did too. I liked her. Yeah.
I mean, it's voiced by Lacey Charbet. I mean, like, what's not to like?
Oh yeah, and that's the thing is I liked a lot of the characters in there.
I like the whole Roy Harper stuff. It's convoluted as heck, but I liked it.
Oh, I did. I thought it was pretty dark that they took his arm, and making clones out of him and stuff, and
yeah, and you kind of ended up with three different Roys.
3 different Roys, yeah, yeah, and each with their own personalities and stuff, So it was like real crazy, And
I like how they eventually ended up with their own security company. I thought it was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that was kind of funny, yeah.
Oh yeah, I was actually just talking about Young Justice earlier today. And that I think to this day, Cold Hearted still stands out as my favorite episode.
What's that one?
Which one's that one?
All the other all the rest of the team and the Justice League get to team up to fight a bunch of ice villains in the sky or whatever was going on. Meanwhile, Kid Flash has to carry a heart across the country.
Oh yeah, that's like the classic story thing is like, big things are happening, but you're just concentrating on the little guy. I love those kind of episodes. Justice League Unlimited did a similar kind of story setup with Booster Gold, where he's like delivering a baby while everyone else is fighting a monster.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of wandering around harassing people.
Oh yeah, and and spoilers for people who haven't watched it, but whatever. It's kind of an old show now, so whatever. The whole Aqualad becoming a villain thing, but not actually being a villain, he's actually a double agent. Man, that was so good.
Yeah,
because I really thought he had turned, and then all of a sudden it was like, no, he's a double agent this whole entire time. I was like, oh, holy shit, that was a great little plot twist.
I think the next season they kind of ruined it by doubling down on it,
yeah,
like the whole Outsiders thing.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
What?
And I hate how they kind of
Well, for that you have my I hate to imagine.
they
No, it's not.
oh, Black Reaper Kai's here with an
we
explosion.
got a Reaper King.
Boom. But I didn't like how they,
You what?
in season 4, they pretty much wrap up. As far as I could tell, they pretty much wrapped up Cheshire storyline, and it was just like they wrapped it up so fast because I guess they were tired of dealing with that. But I love the whole Artemis is basically raising her child because she can't quit the life of being an assassin and all that, and
Yeah.
and and then they have this whole thing where Ra's al Ghul pretty much says, "Oh, if you want to, you can walk away. It's fine." And I was like, "Wait, what?" it was like a record skip. I was like, "What?"
That is not. That is not like him.
He would not do that. He'd be like, "Oh yeah, we'll rehabilitate you and everything." And I was just like, "Okay." Now I don't know if it was a lie or whatever because I stopped watching it. But I mean, if that actually played out just like that, then I was like, man, that's lame. Yeah, because that really just as a slap into the face to the previous seasons, where you were really kind of rooting for her, even though she's a villain, but you kind of want her to have her family.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what she wants.
Mm-hmm.
It humanizes a villain. It gives them more depth.
I agree.
Like
her relationship with Red Arrow was pretty good, I think.
Yeah, with her relationship with that, and then I thought, it was kind of natural to have that tension between Red Arrow and Artemis, because they're essentially raising a baby together, even though they're in-laws. But
and then you also have the thing of she loved Wally. Wally's dead, quote unquote, and she starts having feelings for Roy, and Roy's got a baby mama.
Yeah, and then it's but then it is weird because they are in-laws. So it's just but I can understand they're raising a child as a mother and father, but but it's actually father and sister-in-law. And I can understand, yeah. So I can understand that, how those feelings kind of manifest, and she's like, oh no, we can't do that, So it added some good drama to there, not over sappy, but it added some nice drama to the show, I thought.
The problem is it got a little bit too complicated.
It did. It got way too fanficky complicated.
Yeah, especially once they started doing the whole magic thing and with stuff with Mary Marvel. I just gotta say it. I hate it. If there's one writing trope that I absolutely hate, is when they do the magic equals drugs, kind of story plot line, like Buffy did it, Young Justice kind of did it. I think it's really, really stupid.
Was that the one where it was they had the Shazam kids and they could only do one power of each god or whatever?
Kind of, and Ms. Mary Marvel, I can't remember.
Yeah. Yeah. Then she's I can't combine all the powers, because if I do, I'll become something worse. And it's okay, all right. I was like, then what happened to the actuals? Then shouldn't that happen to the actual Shazam? But the other Captain Marvel, whatever. I guess they're trying to turn her into another Black Adam or something. I don't know. I don't know. I was just been there, done that. Mm-hmm.
So,
man,
so
I tell you what,
you need to answer for your crimes. You have never played this game.
I've never played this game. Well, I never had. Well, this game originally came out on PC and Xbox, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's the thing. I never had the original Xbox, so that's my excuse from it. But, yeah, I really do need to get this game. I know everybody who's ever played it has said they loved it, and that's the thing. It's just never. I don't know. I just never got around to playing it. Not that there's any reason I didn't. Just never did.
Here we're about to get a.
Oh, but the graphics are so dated.
I mean, they look fine to me. They're a bit
No,
upres or whatever, but yeah.
No, they look great.
Yeah. So just to kind of clarify, I am playing the Switch version emulated because the PC version is all kinds of borked, and I just don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, it's a big headache to get it running, so we're just doing this version, which honestly looks good. So
yeah, I mean, they didn't really need to do much. So
and speaking of switching things up,
God.
So we got the release of the Switch 2, the
here we go.
The console that I never asked for. Yeah, what was it now? Like they made they made the Joy-Cons from old parts, and they've already got drift.
Already. Also,
Yeah.
Switch 2 has already been hacked.
It's already been hacked, and also, did you hear about people getting staple marks on their Switches?
Apparently that was like one GameStop, like one stupid employee or whatever, but still, that's kind of a packaging fail. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah, it was like yeah, it's package. I was like, oh, like holy shit, really? I was like, how thin is that box? Because like, damn, it was like, and I saw a picture of the damage, and I was like, yeah, I'd have been pissed.
Okay, to staple. So a staple is like about this thick, like not very, like, even if you're just like doing it straight, not folding it. To be able to dent the screen like that is.
I mean, did the guy take the staple and just like beat the shit out of it and just go ka-kong with his fist? That's the only way I can see it. Because if you're just like normal staple, it's like ka-kong, and there you go. This guy must have been like, here's your Switch, kaboom! With his fist. Damn.
All I'll say is the next few months, like the rest of the year, is going to be interesting because the next year is going to prove if the Switch 2 is going to stay or fail.
Yep.
And I'm putting it at 50-50 because it had a great launch, but can it keep it up?
Well, and that's what I predicted. I predicted it would initially be good, but it would quickly fade out.
And it's too early to tell for right now. I will say that.
It's too early to tell, but the thing is, I will not be getting one. Because again, I don't want digital only games, and and then the physical ones are just downloads anyway, so it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, and then the question becomes, if it starts failing. What are they gonna do? Like, okay, they can introduce other carts, like a 16 or 8 gig, and that. Sure, that's easy, but like, lower the price, maybe. I don't know.
But like, for me, it's like, so far I've only seen like the Mario Kart World, and then a shit ton of remakes of recent games. Like they got Pokemon Scarlet Violet remake. They're like, look how great it looks, and I'm like, okay.
Congratulations! You made a game that looks like look like an N64 game. It can finally run at 60 FPS, but it still looks like an N64 game.
Yeah, and then it's like, then they got like Legend of Zelda and all that. So I'm like, come on, guys.
They really only have 2 games, Donkey Kong and Mario Kart.
Yeah.
And if any of you guys in the chat have got a Switch 2, please let us know what you think.
Nathaniel says it is too expensive, and that is true. Yeah. It is a very expensive console.
So apparently, the Switch 2 is basically the equivalent of an RTX 3060, from what I've heard. I'm running an RTX 3060 in this laptop right now. And this laptop is probably 2 years old.
Yeah, so there you go. That's what the 2 stands for.
Yeah, 2 generations old.
It's already 2 years old hardware. But yeah, like now I will say it did make me happy to see a midnight launch. That did make me happy to see people around the corner lining up for a console. Like, that just reminded me of the good old days. Back when you could do that, because we kind of couldn't do that with this generation because of COVID and everything. But I'm glad we can do that now.
Yeah.
I miss those such magical times.
I've only been to a couple of them. Like, I think went to Oris, Mega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, and I think Scarlet and Violet. I went to the midnight launches for those. Those are nice. The
only like day one launch I went to was the DSi. Yeah. I remember Best Buy. It was like as soon as Best Buy opened, there was like I think it was like 7 of us outside, and we all, seven strangers, and we all got talking. We're like, oh yeah, we're all here for the DSi. So we like immediately ran for the electronics section and got one, even though they had plenty. It wasn't like they were gonna go out, but yeah,
like,
it wasn't.
What I love about midnight launches is like you're gathering in the store, and then they shove you outside in like the last hour or so. Especially if it's like freezing freaking cold, and you're just all talking, freezing your butts off. It's the camaraderie of it is pretty nice.
Yeah. Oh, and I also did that for the SNES Classic. Because I wanted one. Because I had missed the NES Classic launch, and I wanted a SNES Classic, and they were handing out papers to people, and if you got a paper, that meant you were guaranteed one. And it really kind of pissed me off because like there I am as a gamer wanting it because I'm going to take it home and I'm going to play with it. But I kept hearing people say, "Oh yeah, I can. This is going to turn the switches around and make some money off it." Yeah. And I thought, "Oh, you fucking scalper pieces of shit."
That's why one thing I will give credit for Nintendo is their anti-scalper strategy was to have so many consoles available that like even if they did try to scalp it, it's like, oh, like why would I buy your console for $600? I can just go to Walmart right now and grab one.
Yeah. Nathaniel says, for that price, I would rather get a PS5 or an Xbox. Well, I'm going to say right now, might as well just go get a PS5. It's a better investment. And if you want to know why, be here tomorrow when we discuss that.
I'll be honest. I'm probably going to get an Xbox Series S for GTA 6.
Yep.
Because I see them on Facebook Marketplace all the time for like $150, $200. Like I might be able to get like a 1 terabyte for like $250 or something.
Oh yeah.
And then and like the graphic difference is not going to be too much, but yeah, tomorrow we'll be talking about the fall of the Xbox. It is here to be divisive.
Yep, the rise and fall of the Xbox.
Thank you, Nathan. And if you are enjoying the stream, please consider giving us a like.
Yeah. And this is all iterations. This is not just like the original Xbox. This is like the whole series, from the original Xbox to the Series X, So 20 years of or 25 actually, I should say 25 years of Microsoft Xbox. Don't want to go into it because we got to save that for tomorrow. But yeah. I will say though, I liken them to Sega.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
I
really don't have much of a horse in this race because I'm kind of like a Sony Nintendo guy. I have an original Xbox, modded of course, but I've never had another Xbox. But I mean, I will say, I am using an Xbox One controller to control this. I think Xbox controllers for PC are kind of the best way to do it.
Well, as I'm saying, they're both, Microsoft, so yeah, they kind of like they make those controllers like so you can use them on, the PC and stuff. So
yeah, that's the whole thing. It's like they sync so well.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm saying that's why because they're made for that. Yeah. Yeah, Xbox Series S controller. I've not really had a drift problem with it. Now I had drift problems with the Xbox One controller. Oh boy, that was a piece of shit. I have gone through like I would say in my lifetime of having an Xbox One, I would say through was probably is like 2015. I think I got mine. So I got like what 2 years after the launch. So it was like 2015 to like 2023, I guess. That's about how much I had it. I've had like 3 or 4 controllers the entire time that I've had to like replace because I had one controller that would just not connect to the system. Like it would, and then it would just drop, and that would suck during a match. So it had connectivity issues. And then I had several like that. I just had connectivity issues, and then I had it would get the drift really bad. I've had like one Xbox 360 controller. I've had like one through the that's kind of a lie. I've had 2 through the entire time, and the first one broke not because of it, but because of me. Because I got pissed off and threw it across the room.
Naughty boy, naughty.
Yeah. I got pissed off at a friend. No, I got pissed off at a friend. I was playing Street Fighter 4. And I'm trying to do like, I'm trying to practice, trying to get good. And a friend of mine who's like really fucking good at fighting games, like he's a god at it. He's got fight sticks and everything. He knows how to do every move with every character. He's just so good. He's been to tournaments. He knows the in and outs of like every fighting game. When the arcade edition DLC came out for Street Fighter 4, he spent nearly 13 hours learning how to play the character Yun.
Pause for a second. So, I want you to notice. That's the one thing I love about this game is just notice how they're like the people are talking to me. Okay. Let me go talk to the protocol droid real quick, just kind of give you an example. Okay. Now I'm gonna put on the Sith armor. All right. So I'm now one of them.
Please, don't hurt me.
Yeah, now they're all scared of me.
Don't hurt me. I'm just a simple merchant.
God, I love this game. He's like, all hail the Sith. All right, what's the comments got for us?
Lamau, Mortal Kombat, Deception killed an Xbox controller. Shang Tsung healing while I'm bleeding out. Ugh. Yeah, so like what happened was, a friend of mine, he's super good at all these fucking fighting games, and I'm sitting there trying to practice and play, and I'm trying to play online. I'm just getting my ass kicked. I can't do the moves like I'm supposed to, and I'm sitting there like just fuming at myself, and all of a sudden I hear in my head, "Oh, what's wrong? You can't do the little button controls?" And I hear it in my friend's voice. And I literally just go, "Shut up!" And I throw the controller across the room.
Oh, gosh. So
I am so mad.
Nathan Brown says, I love the Sith armor. I do, too. I don't know what it is, but, like, every Sith armor from across, like, the timeline, the Sith have, like, the best armor. Honestly, if I could do, like, a cosplay build, I would do the Sith Acolyte armor from Star Wars The Old Republic.
Acolyte? Oh, no.
And in case you haven't picked up right now, this is a dark side run.
Well, so I
this gets me thinking of like instantly makes me think of Infamous, being able to see people reacting completely differently depending on the path you're taking.
That's cool.
But yes, I promptly went out and got a fight pad at that point.
You had to level up.
I had to level up. Well, I'm gonna tell you what. Yeah, when I got a fight pad, it was like the Xbox controller is not made for fighting games. Shooters and everything else, it is. Fighting games, it is not. So, can you play fighting games on it? Yeah, you can. But I had to get a fight pad one that's like made for fighting games, and it was so much easier to like actually play. I can't play with a joystick like some people can. That's a whole nother level of like skill. But yeah, I went out and got a fight pad and like a Mad Catz one, and like I actually got a Street Fighter 2 or like a Street Fighter 4 Mad Catz one. It was pretty awesome. But yeah, after that I was
up here.
Sith swag.
Yeah.
I'll do the red Sith trooper armor.
Let me get through this encounter, and I'm gonna look it up because I'm not familiar with that one.
But yeah, that's the one time I like ruined a controller. So yeah, so the Xbox 360 had great controllers. I still have my original one. I think it was another one I bought. But yeah,
I'm just gonna look at save because like I kind of messed up here. All right, the red Sith trooper. Let me look it up on my phone real quick. Red.
The Xbox One controllers were just garbage, absolute garbage. But my Series X controller is amazing.
This is an Xbox One controller.
Yeah, then I don't know.
Yeah, Sith. Okay. Are you talking about the ones that are like first order armors but are red? Those aren't bad. If we're talking about like the Stormtrooper designs, I love the look of the Purge Troopers. Like Caster, look up Purge Troopers right now. They are really freaking awesome.
All right, Purge Trooper. What we got here? Let's see here, Purge.
The red Sith Trooper armor.
Ooh, that does look good. It looks like reminds me of like a spacey, futuristic version of the oh, what the hell are they called? The NCR Ranger.
Oh God, I love the NCR Ranger armor. So
yeah, it kind of reminds me of that a little bit. Yeah.
So Caster, you do know that there is a New Vegas festival in Good Springs, right?
Yes, yeah, they have one every year.
And if I go, I would cosplay as an NCR Ranger.
That's awesome.
Yeah, if I ever do visit Vegas, I am like making a visit to Good Springs. Oh God, because it looks like it's like 1-1. What do we got for the comments?
That's a very good question. They were first Holdo maneuver from Star Wars Battlefront 2 campaign.
Oh no!
No, why did you mention that? Oh no.
Oh, you tried to soften the blow by saying it's from the Star Wars Battlefront 2 campaign.
Alright, let me try looking this up. Red Sith Trooper Battlefront 2. Okay. I'm gonna hold this up to the camera. Like, this is what I got. Is this it? Is that what you're talking about? Because I think it looks cool. It just looks like a First Order Trooper painted red, but you know, I don't know.
Let's see here.
Oh, okay, they're dead. But yeah.
All right, so here is so apparently it's in November. The Fallout New Vegas
Yeah.
celebration. This year it's going to be November 14th through the 16th.
Okay.
It says, join the largest collection of New Vegas fans, cosplayers in the world at the 4th annual Fallout New Vegas Festival at the world-famous Pioneer Saloon. Is now a 3-day event. Bring your big iron and your theme-appropriate tent, and we'll see you in Good Springs. Known in 2021 as Fallout New Vegas Day, this event is like a weekend-long Fallout convention in Good Springs, Nevada, and will bring out thousands of fans. The 2024 event had an official turnout of 6,420 people. Holy crap. It's a casual, no expectations festival where costumes are optional and all ages are welcome. Starting in 2025, the festival will be $45 to attend.
Reasonable.
Early bird tickets are reasonable, yeah. Early bird tickets available at $30 until May 31st. That's already passed. VIP tickets are also available. Previously, Fallout Fan Celebration was a free event.
I mean, I don't mind them for charging money because, like, especially
And $45 is cheap as hell. Yeah.
Yeah, for a 3-day event, and like, it's like I'm not gonna fault them for wanting to make money, especially with as popular as it is, because like that town probably lives by New Vegas tourism.
Oh, probably, yeah, exactly. Because like, you got a bunch of goobers coming to your town, might as well charge them some money. Hell.
Yeah.
You got 6,000 people coming there, you might as well charge them. Yeah. So they probably make good money now. Yeah. The Pioneer Saloon is located in the town of Good Springs, Nevada, a former mining town just 40 minutes southwest of Las Vegas. It is the site of the opening sequence in the video game Fallout New Vegas by Obsidian Entertainment. For those who want to stay at Buffalo Bill's Prim, Nevada, there is a special discount code available. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, because like you got Prim, like oh god, yeah.
You can stay at Buffalo Bill's. That's awesome. Check out their 2024 webpage for lots of info. Note that they will expect to be overwhelmed by the turnout, but they won't be turning anyone away.
Yeah.
Awesome. So there's all kinds of goodies there. I like that they got a license plate that says like greetings from Pioneer Saloon, Good Springs, and then it has a picture of a pit boy on the side. That's awesome. I'm actually, I'm glad for the people there.
Yeah.
Shit, I wish. That's really cool that you can, a game can do that for a community. Oh man, but I bet you'd be so packed, and you get to find hotels somewhere else. Oh my god! But they said camping, so I guess you're allowed to camp out there, out in the Nevada desert. No, thank you. Disney stole the holdover remover from Star Wars Battlefront 2 campaign mode mission. And he says $45. That's it. That's apparently what it says, Dougie. $45.
Yeah.
So
like honestly, it's just getting there. See, the thing is, we could have Pence join us because Pence lives in Arizona, so like him getting to Nevada wouldn't be too hard for him. See, I have a friend of mine who is also a big New Vegas fan. It probably wouldn't be too hard to convince him to a road trip.
yeah, I mean that actually, yeah. If there was a if there was a road trip I was gonna do, I would definitely like to do that. That'd be awesome,
Mm-hmm.
Because $45 is nothing, and then you just go there and hang out and get with fans and stuff. Oh yeah, it'd be awesome.
Alright, so Linda. Yeah, sorry, I'm looking up the solution to the puzzle. I'm a filthy cheater.
Stream rules.
Yuli.
Cut for pacing.
Lupa.
Also, just want to throw this out there. just because Holdo is a terrible character.
Yeah, she is like the worst.
I just want to make that absolutely clear to everybody. Just
If you two hate Holdo, please give us a like.
Yeah, terrible character. Terrible. I love how played it to what's his name, like he was a child, and I was like they were trying to explain like the whole plan to him like he was a child, and I'm sitting there going, it's still a terrible plan. Like you still stupid.
Like I really don't like talking about Last Jedi because that is a black hole of discussions that I don't. It's like one of those things that you can go on forever, and it's just so many. It's been discussed to death, and like it sucks, you know.
Oh, I know. Now the Picard maneuver. Now that's a maneuver.
I prefer the Riker maneuver, to be honest. If we're gonna talk about maneuvers, Riker maneuver is the best.
Oh, the one where you put your leg on a chair.
Yeah.
Or you sit backwards in a chair.
No, you put your leg over the chair as you're going to sit on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I remember when because they now in Next Generation they went through a couple of different styles of uniforms during the Next Generation run, and I know they had like the onesies eventually, but for a long time they had like it was a two-piece. Like you had a pair of pants, you had a top, and then I remember they had the top with the cinched bottom, so it looks like it's tucked. They had that, and I remember like people were saying that was the Picard maneuver because every time Picard would like stand up or get down, he'd always straighten his he always straightened his uniform up. Yeah, so everybody was like, "That's the Picard maneuver."
But yeah, it's just oh god, that movie is such a black hole of.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to bring it over to something a little better, Star Wars or Star Trek. Even though that franchise has been gutted like a fish, also.
Yeah.
To quote Red Letter Media, how does it feel?
No, we're not allowed to quote Letter Media on this channel. We are not allowed to quote Red Letter Media. Red Letter Media ruined Star Wars discourse for an entire fucking decade. Screw those guys.
Eh. That's a lot of valid points.
I'm sorry, but like the amount of times in the 2010s where every Star Wars discussion would start with, well, Red Letter Media said, got way like people just like I'm tired. Like that's like one of my favorite memes is like the Spider-Man meme, or it's like that's a nice opinion. Did a YouTuber give it to you?
Mm-hmm.
Also, I better not see you guys say, well, the Phoenix Press said. Like if I please do not quote me verbatim.
Well, anyways,
I'm an idiot. I am an idiot.
I've seen that before. Like,
how does it feel to live to see all your franchises die?
It's not good. It is not good.
No, it's not good. It's not good.
You ever watch people recite someone else's rant randomly over and over and over again? It's off of YouTube.
You mean like a copy pasta?
No, just like someone right next to you will just start reciting someone's rant that they saw off of YouTube, completely unprompted, over and over and over again.
Oh, like one of my favorite YouTubers, Dark Viper AU. He's a GTA 5 streamer. He kind of has like a rant like witness protection. I'll just warn you, we're gonna do a GTA 5 stream in anticipation of GTA 6, and expect a lot of Dark Viper AU references because I love that guy. But read the chat, please.
I wonder if you play DC Universe online.
I do. I actually did. I created a screecher on there.
Oh, I remember that.
Thus, that's why I'm creating my own IP.
Yeah,
Good for you.
I literally did the same thing with Screecher. Nathan, have you had?
Now,
Nathan, if I do recommend you check out Screecher. It is a very popular book.
um, yeah, I fell into that DC Universe Online hole.
It's fun. It's fun to like mess around with.
It is a fun game, but I swear to God that subscription fee, they don't need it anymore.
I've never actually
they
paid
just
I've never actually paid a subscription for the game.
Oh, I know, but it does. There is a bunch of great stuff that's locked behind a paywall, and I hate it. So much because you earn so much money in the game, but they only give you so much that you're allowed to use, and it's terrible. You know, I love having the access to the full amount of cash that I've earned. You know,
yeah, and they charge you to like escrow and whatnot.
Escrow, and then they charge you to you only have so many spots to save stuff, and it's just horrible. It's an old business model that needs to be done away with. Because that game came out like what 2011. It's 2025 now.
Yeah,
Come on, guys.
It came out like on the PS3 and whatnot.
Yeah, like come on, guys. You're technically retro at this point.
I mean, yeah. By definition, yeah.
So come on, guys. Just change your business model up. Have it free to play, and just let people enjoy the game. Because there's other stuff in the game to buy with actual money. So you're already paying an online subscription to whatever you're playing now. So make it free to play. Escrow? No, thanks. I don't eat snails. Says Herman P. Hunter.
Oh, hey Herman, how you doing? Oh, I missed you today, Herman. I was at the convention today. I did really good.
Alright, mixing. So Nathaniel says he's mixing D&D with Power Rangers.
Ooh.
Classes with beautiful transformation. It is fun. And that actually sounds interesting. Actually sounds pretty cool. So classes and stuff with Power Rangers and transformations, that'd be cool. Like Rikai says, I paid for that subscription. Nathaniel says same with Warframe too. And Black Reaper says I spent over $100 on it.
Warframe is fun, but God, the monetization is ass.
Yeah.
If you two hate shitty monetization, please give us a like.
Yeah. Spent over $100 on it. Oh man. And then Black Reaper says bought the backpack outfits.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, see, I made money in that game by grinding for the I forget what the hell they're called, but it's the parts that are always appearing over the city that you got to collect. But used to go around the city collecting those things, and like nanobots or something like that. I think is what it is. But used to go around Gotham City collecting them.
I think I know, yeah.
And yeah, and I would collect them, and then through the week, and then like Thursday night, put them on the auction, and then Friday morning, I would always have like a ton of money.
I mean, playing the auction house, it doesn't matter what MMO it is. Playing the auction house is always a good way to earn money if you know what you're doing.
Oh yeah. Well, see, I'd play with a guy who was like a veteran of that game, and he told me that was the best way to do it. He was like, He's like, grind and get all the stuff. He's like, go around through the week and grind and get all the the stupid stuff. He goes and put it on auction and put it for like he said put it for $250,000. And I was like, are people going to pay that much for it? And he was like, yes. And the next day I looked at my account and someone had paid $250,000 for it. And I was like, really? He goes, yeah. He goes, you got to understand. There's people out there who are much higher level than you, and they don't have time to grind. So when they want to play on the week,
yeah, like for you, the hour you spent going around this area picking flowers may be worth it to you, but they don't have an hour to, like, it may be super easy to get like those flowers. I'm using just an example.
Yeah.
By the way, that's Phil Lamar. It's the voice actor. It's Green Lantern.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, like they got a lot of good voice actors here. But keep going.
Well, I was gonna say because these higher level characters, they he's like, you got to think about it. You got a guy who, it's Friday night. A guy's coming home from work. He's got the weekend to play. He doesn't want to sit there and grind for stuff. He's such high level. He doesn't want to grind for his materials. He's got so much money he can just buy the stuff he needs. So supply and demand, basically basic economics. I have the stuff. I'm selling it. He's buying it. Because they don't want to grind for it. So I was like, that makes a lot of sense actually. So you basically grind for the older players to make money. And then I would have money, that I could spend on, stuff I wanted to get, costumes or, things like that, or aesthetic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember I wanted to buy I didn't have, because I had a Green Lantern character, but I didn't have the green aura, and it cost like a ton of money to get the green one.
God, yeah.
So I did that, and I was able to buy the green aura, so that now when I'm actually flying, it looks like I have like a green little aura around me.
You
So
bought
I actually look
aura.
like
You literally bought aura.
I literally bought aura.
Sorry.
That way, I actually look like a legitimate Green Lantern when I'm flying around. Okay, so then Nathaniel says Lamau Herman, and then Black Cooper says I show you my Batman Beyond outfit. It was part of the backpack. Worth it.
All right.
Awesome.
Post it on Twitter and tag us, please.
Yeah. I bought the cybernetic Batman outfit and love playing that outfit. And give me a staff and I'm golden. Dual pistols are also fun. Yeah, I did play a character with dual pistols. That was fun.
So I have 2 characters on DC Online. I have Screecher, who is martial arts. I'm trying to think here. And she's like a tech hero, and her move acrobatics is my favorite movement, by the way. And then I have Dr. Strangeglove, who is a demon-infused magician who uses flying and dual pistols. Basically, I just have like a magician's outfit, and his hands and legs are demonic. It is so crazy, but the pun is so good. Dr.
I did.
Strangelove.
I remember when I finally got a group that I was playing with regularly. We're all standing outside the starting point, and we're trying to find each other. And I was hovering above everybody, and I was like, "They're like, where are you at, Caster?" And I was like, "Hold on." So as I turn off my flying and I start falling to the ground, and I do the superhero land, but as I'm falling, I'm reciting the Green Lantern pledge. So I wanted to make like an exit, like an entrance. I was like, "Green Lantern's might."
That's kind of cool. Do we need to do do we need to do DC Universe streams?
You know what? I wonder if I still have my character on there. I don't know.
I play on PC. That's gonna be the problem, though.
No, I think it's cross-platform.
Not with Xbox.
You sure?
You can look it up.
Let's see here. Is DC Universe online crossplay?
And while okay.
Oh, boo on you. Yes, DC Universe supports crossplay, but only between PC and PlayStation. Xbox and Switch have their own separate servers. I say boo to you, sir.
Dishonor upon you, dishonor upon your cow.
Yes, upon your house and everything else.
Alright, what's the chat saying?
So there's two different servers. Man, that's just bumpkiss. It says it's not. Oh my god, that would be badass.
Alright, well, we can talk about it. I know Jared plays on PC as well, so we can get him involved. Maybe.
Nature or rage powers with speed, force, movement. Yeah, so I had I remember when we got together. I found and I actually got a group that I regularly played with. It was like two coworkers of mine, and they played all the time. So I got folded into that group, and
That's always nice.
yeah, we had a healer, and we had a tank. And then we had me as a controller, which is basically CC, crowd control.
You as a controller?
And yeah, me as a controller, yeah.
Yeah, is this like the guy who played Dark Souls using bananas as his controller?
Oh god,
We just hook you up to the hardware?
The ways that people have played Dark Souls, I know one guy beat it with a Guitar Hero controller or some shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was playing, great because the Green Lantern power is a control CC, and so when we were trying to do missions, it would take us forever to get stuff done because we had a tank who would get the aggro, and I'm trying to do damage. And I can do damage, but I don't do that much as compared to a DPS. And then we had a healer who was just constantly healing the tank, so it took forever because the tank doesn't do that much damage either. So finally, the healer got his brother to convince his brother to play, and we told him, it was like, dude, you just gotta be DPS, man. you can pick any superpower, it doesn't matter. You get to play DPS. So things went so smoothly afterwards because our tank would aggro, and we'd have him just launching fireballs at because I think he picked a fire character. So then he would be launching fireballs at the enemy, and I'm doing the CC, and the other guy's healing everybody, and I was like, oh my god, these are going so smooth. Now we got an actual guy putting out damage. Oh man, I remember we were fighting in the Bat Cave, and I think it was Brainiac had taken over stuff in the Bat Cave, and there was a robot in there, and it would do a move that would kill everybody instantaneously. But I had the Green Lantern power I had could put a shield on everybody, so I was sitting there counting down, okay, guys, get close to me. Ready, 1, 2, 3, go! And I'd hit it, time it right, because it only lasts for a few seconds. So I had to try to time it with the, the attack and everything. Oh, those are great times. I miss those. Oh, man. Let's see here. CC is fun. I beat the gigantic gesture thing in the amusement park as a yellow lantern. Piggybacked off a group that died fighting it. Oh yeah, I've done that too. Yeah, I come in and try to piggyback with a group. Yeah.
Yeah, those. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, those.
Yeah, the gigantic gesture. Oh, I remember him. Yeah, he's part of Joker's little area. Yeah, I remember that thing. That thing used to be a pain in the butt to kill, but then once I love when you get to like a certain level and you're like, oh yeah, I'm getting revenge on all these bosses.
Oh yeah, I remember those from my WoW days. That was always fun.
Oh man, because I remember like Solomon Grundy, he was an optional boss walking around, and
Yeah, those like bosses like wandering the quest areas were such a pain in the ass. Like I remember like this one quest in Metropolis, you'll see like heal people, and Bizarro's just like walking around. You think, oh, here's Bizarro, I'm gonna aggro him. You die in one shot.
yeah, he used one shot you, yeah, and then once you get it to a certain level, you come back and you're like, no, we're gonna, no, buddy. It's like you thought we wouldn't remember you the ass whooping you gave us. No, we're coming back for revenge, buddy. I have Bizarro a bad time. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. I think Bizarro was walking around like. I think he was walking around the hospital. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Yeah, he's walking around the hospital. Yeah, because they're like. I think the storyline was they were kidnapping metahumans from like hospital rooms or something. Or people with meta powers. I don't know. I'm trying to remember the storyline.
Yeah, that
vague.
early storyline was weird.
Yeah.
Yes, well, I guess I did say you could ask me questions later. Something's... We didn't come to think of
What's that comment saying? Oh.
Nothing. Oh, yeah, nothing. Oh, Shao Kahn voice. Round 2. Fight.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty much what it was. Yeah, it was like, all right. Oh man, I remember when we did come back and beat the shit out of Bizarro. That was such. Oh, yeah, it was. Oh man, I was like, man, did you think we weren't gonna come and get you, man? Like, no. You remember me? Remember me? It was like, Dr. Psycho. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Oh, that.
I made Batpool. That's cool.
Batpool. Yeah, I remember there was a lot of Deadpools running around that game. That was actually one of my favorite things to do, was to hang out in the like the police stations and just look at like all the cool costumes. Like I saw some Spawns, a bunch of Spawns, like some Spider-Mans. It's really easy to make Spider-Man in the game.
Oh yeah, there was a ton of it's to see some of the costumes that people were. Well, it was fun to see like the costumes that people were trying to make of other superheroes. And then it was fun to see like just the original stuff that people were making themselves. It was awesome. Actually, DC Universe Online is the first time I ever heard of Dr. Psycho.
Yeah,
to be honest.
Yeah, he's interesting, honestly.
Yeah. Well, he's kind of like an obscure DC villain, That's the first time I heard of him. I was like, okay, cool. He's actually an interesting villain. Yeah. That's one thing I love about comic books is finding those obscure characters, that are hidden in the the lore and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hello again. Oh.
Too bad you can't make Dexter.
Oh God, I want to get a cat and name her Dexter.
Yeah.
Oh, kitties.
That is one of the saddest backstories.
Oh God, yeah. And I love how Atrocitus actually is like a good cat owner, and and Dexter is like really loyal to Atrocitus. Like Atrocitus is like this vile human being, but he loves his kitty.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Dexter, he's a loyal member of the Lanterns. Yeah. Red Lanterns.
Yeah.
And that's really the only time I liked Guy Gardner.
Really?
Is when he was a Red Lantern. Yeah. I could not stand Guy Gardner. I thought he was just an ass. Did not like him. But when his stint as the leader of the Red Lanterns, I liked that actual storyline.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was neat. Of course, Atrocitus came back and was like, "Okay, I had enough of this crap." Same, hated him. I got my arse handed to me by Hawkman and Hawkgirl.
Oh gosh.
Wait, Upwelder. You can't go through this. The villagers infected with the rug gourdies.
So you just
For the sake.
Yeah, I love how you could play as a villain in that game too. You know, maybe.
It would be foolish.
I like that aspect of it. And Supergirl too. I liked her as a Red Lantern. Oh yeah, that's a good storyline too. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Actually, her costume is badass. Her Red Lantern costume.
I agree.
I'm gonna look that up real quick. Red Lantern.
I gotta say, probably one of the newest. Like, I do like Jessica Cruz. I like her as a character.
Hurry!
He'll never make.
He will make it. Run, Hindar, run!
Oh, by the way, Cam Clark.
Open the gate.
We have
Open the gates!
Too close.
we have Liquid Snake.
Open the gate. They'll kill us all.
No! You can't!
Tasty.
Snake.
Can't. I'll open.
I just like to kill things.
Snake. Have you ever heard of Big Chungus? Big Chungus. You mean the meme? The one and the same.
I will do a playthrough of Metal Gear Solid at some point, but I gotta get the collection.
Oh, I'm looking at Red Lantern Supergirl cosplays, and they're so awesome.
Persuade. Security.
That's like that's like very scary power. You know. You got Supergirl, who's like already ridiculously strong, and then you have like a Red Lantern on top of that, a red ring on top of that. You know, oh my god.
Definitely.
A horrible fate, but I can't get enough of this. Goodbye.
Alright, so we defeated the wreck ghouls, and now we're gonna head out into the wasteland. Alright.
Yeah. Oh, and if you don't like the bowl cut on Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, you can thank James Gunn, because he basically tried to make it as dorky as possible just to piss off Nathan Fillion.
God, that's so stupid.
He's like, yeah. Like, I think he even put like blonde sideburns, just because it would make him look, dorkier. And Nathan Fillion's like, you gotta be kidding me! Come on. Like, he's like, they were just going to give him like, somewhat of a bowl cut, but then it's like, nope, no, we're gonna do the whole thing.
Pretty much.
He goes, just because I love seeing Nathan Fillion in a bowl cut.
Oh gosh.
Oh man. I'm actually, you know what? I'm gonna say right now, I'm actually excited to see this Superman movie.
I gotta be honest. I think it'll probably be good.
I think it's gonna be good if they make it like All-Star Superman, which I think is what they're going for.
Yeah, they're going for like a modern. It seems like they're going for like a modern John Williams kind of thing, which I am not opposed to.
I'm not opposed to either. Yeah, if they do it like, I loved All-Star Superman, so if they make it like that, I'm all for it. Yeah. I'd say go right ahead. See here, I made a story where Angron from Warhammer 40K got a red lantern ring, and it calmed him down like Ritalin. Okay, I have no idea, so I'm just gonna say okay. 40K is not. I don't know anything about that,
Yeah, me neither.
I know it's popular, but I have no idea. Yeah. I like his hair in the movie. It's perfect. Friend abuse.
And I do love that they call it out in the movie, like the Lois Lane thing. Like, I sent that clip to Jared, and he's like, oh, like, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Lois is right. You even got Jared to agree with Lois, the biggest Lois hater ever.
Yeah, but honestly, yes, Nathan Fillion looks like a dork, but you know what? He looks like Guy Gardner.
Yeah.
So he's comic accurate, which is something that I wish movies would do more of. Shit. Like they said before, it took us 20 years to get yellow spandex. And Wolverine looks amazing in that movie.
Yeah. Oh god. I love in Deadpool Wolverine when he looks under the thing. It's like, oh my god, we've been waiting for this.
Yeah.
Okay.
He like pulls the mask up and he's like, "You've had that this whole time." Yeah.
Oh god. Deadpool Wolverine was pretty good.
Yeah, that movie was poking a lot of fun at MCU.
Also, it did what Disney couldn't. It actually gave a good send off to the DC universe, Fox universe. Sorry.
The Fox universe, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't seem so out of place. Deadpool giving the DC universe a send off.
Can we please make?
Yeah, it could happen.
Can we please not make the suit green or animated? I love that line so much.
Yeah, that's one thing I never understood. I was like, why does his mask look so weird? And I was like, oh, it's CGI. Why is it CGI'd? Just put a domino mask on his face.
Yeah, they're trying to be fancy.
They were. Oh my god.
And I guess what really made it feel so off is, but like the light from the suit doesn't actually appear on his skin. Like it doesn't bounce off his skin. It's just not there at all.
Yeah, they kind of didn't really do that well.
Like I remember stuff like to get the proper effect in something like Watchmen, for the actor playing Dr. Manhattan is actually wearing a suit that's just covered in light blue lights.
Did they put the 3-foot tall blue penis on there?
I didn't.
That may have been digitally put in. If you watched it in the theater, boy, that was a surprise.
I saw Watchmen in theater.
I did too.
So I actually took a girl to a date to see Watchmen back then, and I like halfway through the movie she was like going like this, putting her eyes over the head. It's like babe, what are you doing? It's like there's a 6-foot tall blue penis on the screen. And I looked up and like, oh yeah, you're right, there is.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
How did you miss that?
I don't know, maybe because I'm not gay. I don't pay attention to such things.
I'm not either, but I mean, when that python came on the screen, I was like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
I'm like, no wonder he got Spectre and her daughter.
Oh gosh, read the frickin' comments.
Or what's her name? Who the first chick was?
Yeah. Jeannie, I think.
Yeah, that's a franchise that needs a reboot. What's that? You know what? I'm going to say right now, I think the Watchmen movie is pretty, like it's probably one of the more accurate comic movies there is.
Yeah, that's something you're kind of starting to see. You're starting to see a reevaluation of Watchmen, where people are like, you know what? We may not like most of Zack Snyder's movies. This one's actually good.
I thought it was pretty good. And then when I read the comic, and when I read the comic book, I was like, this is almost a 1-to-1. I can understand why it's almost 4 freaking hours long if you watch it on, you watch the new version. Have you seen the new version?
The animated one? No, I haven't.
No, they put the they have it on Mac on Max right now. It's the original theatrical version, but it has the Pirates of the Black Freighter segments. That was a separate animated short they had made to tie in with the movie, but now it's actually incorporated into the movie. So yeah, so they actually have animated like every time it goes to the kid on the corner and he's reading Tales of the Black Freighter, like it always comes up to that part. So you get those animated bits, just how it was in the comic, which I thought was great. So it adds to the runtime, of course, and it makes it like 4 hours long. The motion comics. Yeah, they did make a motion comic of it.
Yeah.
It's on there too. Motion comic is actually pretty good too. I mean, I can see and when it comes to like the major change at the end, I can understand why, because that does come out of left field. Whereas the whole, making energy reactors and stuff is kind of like built up in the story. Whereas like the giant octopus-looking tentacle monster thing does come out of left field.
It really does.
I get it, but like yeah. Instead of the world uniting against some alien threat, it's uniting against Dr. Manhattan.
What's Nick's doing, keeping her pets in left field?
Wait, what?
Uh,
I'm confused. What are you talking about, Caster?
huh? What?
Who? What?
I was talking about Watchmen. What are you talking about?
All right. What's the comment saying?
Giant octopus monster. Oh boy, do I have to spoil that for everybody?
Spoilers for a 30-year-old comic.
Oh yeah, spoilers for Watchmen. If you've seen the movie, it deviates from the comic wildly at the end. Okay, so here's the difference. So in the movie, is it Adrian? Is that his name, or is it Aiden?
I can't remember.
Yeah, whatever Osmondius, whatever his name was. Ozzy, I'll call him just short.
Ozymandias,
So
King of Kings.
Ozymandias, yeah. But I mean, he had I think his real name was like Aiden or something. But I'm gonna call him Ozzy just for short.
Ozzy.
So, anyways, yeah. So he says I've seen the animated movie. Okay, cool. Yeah. So at the end in the movie Watchmen, the Zack Snyder movie, you got Ozzy is building like some kind of reactor thing for like infinite energy with Dr. Manhattan. That's kind of like put in there, as put in there for later on, right?
Yeah.
And then at the end of the movie, as we know, his goal was to blow them all up in all the cities and wipe out millions of people, because it'd be like giant nuclear blasts all over the world.
Basically,
and
a
blame it
false
on
attack, essentially.
false attack, and blame it on Dr. Manhattan, and then the world would stop fighting itself. The Soviet Union would stop fighting against the United States, and the whole world would join together in unity against Dr. Manhattan, and peace would be achieved, right? That's the basic plot, right?
I have brought peace and freedom to my new galaxy.
Yeah, so in the comic book, now the comic book will actually explain something a little bit better that the movie didn't explain. So, if you'll notice, in the movie, Ozzy had this weird cat panther lynx looking thing. Okay. I don't think they explain it in the movie, but in the comic book what it was is that Ozzy was also dealing with genetic research, okay? And so that cat creature was like a product of like genetic experimentation and stuff.
Okay.
They don't really explain it. They don't really go into it too much in the comic, or in the movie, but that's where that's from. I don't think they ever explain where that weird cat thing came from. Anyways, now the reason he's doing genetic experimentation is, so in the movie, and in the comic, both in the movie and the comic, you know how the comedian goes to Morlock's house, wakes him up, and he's crying and everything about his past and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the reason is because he was sent on a mission that involved him going to the island where Ozzy was doing like weird experiments, and he saw what Ozzy was creating, and it scared the ever living shit out of him.
Oh.
To where he knew the world was going to end, and that's why he came back and was just like, where he was, and went over there and talked to Morlock in his sleep and everything. So what happened was Ozzy, he created this giant octopus-looking monster thing, right? It looks straight out of a 1950s B movie, right? It's got a huge beak and tentacles, and it's got one big great eye in the middle of it, and it looks like it's got a huge brain. If you look it up on Google, you can see what it looks like. But yeah, so what he does is this thing has like psychic powers, and he invents a teleportation device to where he's going to teleport it right in the middle of Manhattan. Just boom, dump it right there. When it gets dumped, the stress of everything that's going on is going to make it release a psychic blast that will kill every sentient creature within miles.
You can tell Alan Moore wrote this.
Yeah, you can tell Alan Moore wrote this. So it killed. Yeah, exactly. How convoluted it is. So the stress of everything is going to make the creature release a psychic blast that will just obliterate every sentient being within a certain mile. So 2 million New Yorkers get killed. And the thing is, it dies immediately. After it releases a psychic blast, it dies immediately because it's a giant squid monster. It can't really walk on land or whatever. And it just dies.
So I guess you could say it's a suicide bomber?
Pretty much, yeah. So, and since it appeared out of nowhere and killed 2 million New Yorkers, the governments of the world come to think, oh, this is an alien creature, and this is the first wave of attack from an alien threat from outer space. So the whole world unites in fear of an alien attack, of another attack, and they all come together. So that's the difference between the movie and the comic book is
Dr. Manhattan,
basically
the Dr. Manhattan version just makes so much more sense.
It really, honestly, I kind of like the comic book version, the comic-y book version of the squid thing, because it's like just weird and stuff. But as part of plot and making more sense, the whole Manhattan, Dr. Manhattan thing, the world uniting against him, because they already kind of fear him. There's an uneasy tension, between Dr. Manhattan and normal people, so that's already kind of built up there. So that actually makes a more logical reason why the world would unite against a certain common foe. So basically, that's the whole plot of the Watchmen, is basically making the whole world unite against a foe. The difference between the movie and the book is what that foe was. A fake alien, Dr. Manhattan. Pretty much what it. Roundabout way. In the comic, I thought they nuked New York. No. They do in the movie because of the reactor goes off, and that nukes New York. But the in the comic book, it's pretty much the same result. Because there's panels in the comic book where people are just lying over dead, blood everywhere, where they just fell down dead because of the psychic blast. It basically pretty much fried everybody's brains for like miles and miles. So you just got, people hanging out of cars, and of course you do see the newspaper boy and the newsstand guy. They're dead, lying next to each other. So it's that's what I'm saying. So there's panels and panels of just death and destruction of all this thing caused. But it essentially, it went off like a nuclear bomb. It did the same thing. There was no infrastructure damage as, say, a bomb, but the damage to life was, just horrendous. Whereas in the movie, it did go off and destroy buildings and everything else, yeah. Now, they do end in the very same way. Well, I'm going to say this. The whole Rorschach's journal, the way it's presented in the movie and the book, you can definitely tell one is Zack Snyder's doing and one is Alan Moore's doing.
Yeah, I also love how like Alan Moore doesn't understand why does everyone love Rorschach?
Because Rorschach is a person of principle and morals, and he sticks to his guns.
Like twisted morals, but you can he's the kind of character where like even if you don't agree with him, you can still kind of respect what he stands for.
Yeah, he's more of a chaotic good, but he's still part of a good. He's still trying to save the day, and he's still trying to stick to his morals. Where, in the comic book, the other Watchmen are convinced, of Ozzy's plan. Basically, they're like, they can see they can see it, and they're actually kind of okay with the sacrifice. And and Rorschach is like, no, that's the price is too high. He's like, no, and I'm going to tell everybody about it. And that's when they, Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like Rorschach is the kind of character where, like, even if he disagrees, you still respect like the fact that he stood by his principles to his end.
Yeah, and that's what he said. He said, "Do it, go ahead and kill me, because I'm just going to tell everybody. Like, if you don't kill me, I'm doing it." So
and he did it anyway. I love how he got the last laugh.
He got the last laugh, but the thing is, it's presented in two different ways. The scene plays out the same, but you can tell the tone is a lot different. So, like, in the movie, it's almost hopeful, right? Because you see, because as the viewer, you're like, man, I really hate that everybody got lied to. But in the movie, you see the journal, and you're like, oh man, oh, there's the journal, that's awesome. And then the comic book is presented to be as like, oh no, there's the journal, everything we worked hard for is going to be undone.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of presented like that, like like it's more ominous in the comic book, and again, Alan Moore, because he hates Rorschach. That's why. So Alan Moore. So for me, I assume Alan Moore would be okay with sacrificing lives if it meant uniting the world.
Yeah. What we got for the comment?
Not much. Says he's Batman and Punisher's baby. Rorschach, pretty much, yeah.
He's a question. He's literally just a question, though.
Yeah. He's a more angsty question.
One of my favorite things is in Justice League Unlimited. So the question is partially based off the character Mr. A, which is like a Steve Ditko creation. I love how they kind of paid tribute to Steve Ditko when the question goes and confronts Luther, he does like the A equals A speech kind of thing, and I do appreciate they did that.
Okay.
Yeah, because think about Steve Ditko is he was a hardcore Randian libertarian, like Ayn Rand kind of libertarian person.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's why he's like a bit controversial.
Yeah. He is kind. I always knew Steve Ditko was kind of a controversial character.
Based.
Yeah. But yeah, he says, wait, why does he hate him? He's my favorite character.
He's the OG John Walker, I guess.
Oh God.
Because
I just want to say, I love how that's literally become a thing, the John Walker effect. The trope has been named.
Yeah. So basically, okay. So Alan Moore is a hardcore, like, far leftist liberal. Okay. He's far left. If we're going to talk about his political leanings,
like
right?
really far left,
like super far left, you know. And I'm pretty sure Alan Moore lives in a cave somewhere, and he only comes out every. Yeah, and he only comes out every 15 years or so with a manuscript, slams it on the editor's desk, and goes back to his cave.
Which by the way, I must say, have you seen the script for Batman: Dark Knight Returns? Oh my God, it is a nightmare to try and read.
Oh wow!
It's like all caps, and it's like, maybe this could happen, or you think, God, it's terrible.
You know what, Alan Moore?
Yeah, look up the Dark Knight Returns script by Alan Moore.
Oh, I don't know why I thought you said Rises.
No.
Okay.
Killing Joke. Sorry, Killing Joke. My apologies.
Oh, the Killing Joke. Okay.
Yeah.
He wrote that too.
He wrote the Killing Joke. Yeah.
Okay.
Look up the Killing Joke script. Just read look at the first page.
All right.
It's not hard to find. It's just a Google search.
He says, "I'm right, Lo."
Yes, you are.
So the reason why Alan Moore hates Rorschach is because he created Rorschach to be a parody of a conservative character, right? So basically he and that's the thing is Alan Moore does not understand why people like Rorschach. Like he made him as a parody character of conservatives, and conservatives.
I just want to say,
end up liking him.
I love it how conservative, like liberals, keep creating these conservative villains, and that's when they actually create interesting characters.
Yeah, and Rorschach is an interesting character. So he's actually supposed to be a mockery of conservatives, and you're actually not supposed to like Rorschach. That's the thing. When you read, and that's why I said, like, if and going by that and knowing that you're not allowed to like Rorschach, that you're supposed to hate him, you can see why there's two different tones to that last little bit with the Rorschach's journal at the very end of Watchmen. You could you kind of understand that feeling there.
Yeah, like Zack Snyder definitely had a different read on Watchmen than
exactly
probably would have thought.
Exactly. Whereas, like I said, the ending scene in the movie is a little bit hopeful because you're like, oh, well, the truth is going to be out there. And then in the comic book, it's like, oh no, the truth is going to get exposed. You know, yeah. Black River says, I'm not conservative, and I like him, and that's the thing is he's a likable character.
Yeah.
I think he's more libertarian than conservative, but whatever.
Yeah,
but,
Rorschach does he's more libertarian, honestly. But honestly,
yeah,
the problem is, to a lot of people of that persuasion, anything left of Mao is literally German painter, kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously,
hashtag
not everybody. Obviously, hashtag not everybody, but...
Oh, I know, but that's what you said, according to some people, yeah.
A lot of online discourse. Like, that's the problem is, I don't know.
Yeah. That unfortunately, that is the problem, yeah. But yeah, like I said, you're not allowed to like Rorschach according to Alan Moore,
Which is
because Alan Moore makes characters and doesn't understand why people like him. He's like, stop liking them. You're not supposed to like him. Quit cosplaying as him. He's supposed to be a villain. And you're like, nope,
oh,
sorry.
have you seen like there's like they got these like Rorschach masks you can get that like kind of change a little bit.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, cool, yeah. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, they are.
Um,
Alright, there we go. That's where I was going to go. Alright, I'm gonna save. Alright, and if you like Rorschach, please give us a like. We are 4 likes away from hitting those 10 likes.
and the best, my favorite line in that whole Watchmen movie is Rorschach. You think I'm locked up in here with you? You're locked up in here with me.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
Oh,
Yeah,
I love that line.
yeah,
I just want to say that scene is just a master class of like building up tension.
yeah. And what's funny is that whole cafeteria scene. It's not in the comic book. It's told. It's off screen. Because it's like Rorschach's therapist talking to somebody else, and he mentions that incident. He's like, yeah, there was a fight in the cafeteria, and he threw grease on a guy, and he said you're not locked up. I'm not locked up. You're locked up with me, and I was like, oh man, I thought that'd be in the comic. No, it's just all happens off screen. He's talking to him, but it's kind of funny because his therapist is a character in the movie, or the character in the I think you see a therapist in the movie, but in the comic book, there's a little bit more back and forth between Rorschach being locked up and talking to a therapist, and you kind of see how Rorschach's influence on him changes the therapist, to where he becomes just apathetic.
Oh, that kind of reminds me. So there's this one fan film called "Call Me Mr. J." It is an old
Mr. J.
It is, yeah, it is exactly what you think it is. It's an old ass fan film, where it's basically like a it's meant to be like a sequel to The Dark Knight, where like the Joker went to Arkham, and he's having sessions with Harley Quinn. All right, 1 second. I gotta do this real quick.
I think I might have seen that. That sounds familiar now I'm thinking about it. Of course, I might have been watching something else. No, I think I was watching something else because this is supposed to be
a series of sessions, and it shows him like slowly seducing her, and like each session she gets more and more, and it's they got a couple episodes of it. It's pretty good actually.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's amazing what fans can come up with. Yeah.
God, I do love fan films.
Yeah. He got justice for a little girl who was fed to dogs. He did right. We got Judge Dredd. Oh boy, how you doing? Howdy.
Hey,
howdy, Judge
Dredd. We're not violating any laws, are we?
Yeah.
You betrayed the law.
No.
Oh God, have you seen that remix? It's so good.
Oh, Nathaniel says my ex was best friends with the guy who played Joker in that.
Really? So, it's Blinky, Mr. Blinky Productions. That's who did it. So.
Nathaniel. It sounded like you were saying Thanos.
Thanos.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm gonna look it up real quick, and I'm gonna put that video in the Discord chat.
Speaking of Judge Dredd, it is a crime we have not got another one.
Oh God, yes. Oh God, yes.
That just betrays the law.
You betrayed the law.
what's his name? Is it Keith Urban or
Keith Urban. Yeah.
what's that guy? Yeah, Keith Urban. Yeah, we haven't got and he keeps the mask
Keith.
on. He keeps the helmet on the entire fucking movie. Oh my
Keith,
god.
mask. What?
He understood the assignment. He understood the
Yeah.
assignment.
He wears the helmet, the Judge Dredd helmet the entire time, and it makes him look like a badass the entire time. Or is it Carl Urban?
Yes.
Not Keith Urban. Carl Urban. Whatever. The guy who played Bones in 2009 Star Trek.
Oh gosh.
He also played was it Eowyn or
okay, I can't find it. He played Aemir.
Aemir, yeah, in Lord of the Rings, yeah.
Oh god, yeah, he's had so many. And also, I like how he played Bones so well that like, when he saw the performance, he's like Leonard Nimoy said, he said he was looking at the D-Force Kelly.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was a really good Bones, I gotta say.
He was a really good Dr. McCoy, yeah. One or a team sequel, one with Sylvester Stallone. They should make one about Judge Death.
That's what everyone seems to want.
Ooh, yeah.
I gotta be honest, Judge Death seems a little bit too fantastical for like that kind of like version. At least they save it for a third movie. I want a second one with like a proper budget.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, they should have made a whole string of these movies about, based off the comics and stuff.
Series. Like, they're gonna do like one called like Mega City 1, like a streaming series, and Carl Urban was attached, but it's just perpetually in development hell.
I don't know why, because that movie was awesome. Like, I didn't see it in the theater, but I did see it when it came out on streaming. And when I watched it, I was just like, "Holy shit, this movie's awesome!" Yeah, I was like, finally, good Judge Dredd movie. Because the one with Sylvester Stallone is kind of hokey,
Yeah. Like, it's not terrible. The one with Sylvester is not. It's not the worst thing ever.
It's not the worst thing ever, but I like the grittiness of the second one. Really puts in that post-apocalyptic kind of mentality. Yeah, as I was saying, Judge Death would be kind of like, since they've only made like one with Carl Urban, like I kind of agree with you. It would be kind of a too fantastical of a step, because he's kind of like just this weird character that, like I said, they should have like at least 3 or 4 movies before they introduce him. Build up to him, I guess. But yeah, that would be awesome. I'd love more Judge Dredd, because there's so many stories that even if you didn't follow the comics, there's so many kind of stories you could do with that setting.
Yeah, my problem is that like certain things like the fandom gets like so fixated on it, kind of annoying. Like, remember when for a couple of years everyone was obsessed with the idea of Ant-Man going up Thanos' ass and exploding?
That was such a stupid meme that got
like,
people were starting.
I was actually
It started as a joke, and then people started talking about it like it was an actual legitimate
The Blaze
thing.
actually did that, by the way.
Oh, I know. I watched that. I said it wasn't in the butt though.
But so funny story. I actually was a comic book journalist for 3 months. I was working at a website. It's no longer around. And like every article, I remember my editor was like very subtly like trying to get me to include that or whatever, and I just like was not having it.
Yeah, it's like I said, it was a meme that like got way out of control, and people were actually legitimately discussing it, and it was like, guys, shut up, it's not happening.
Yeah, shut the frick up. No, not you
Please,
guys. You're
please.
awesome. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, not you in the chat. We're talking about just in the ether, people discussing it. But But yeah, one thing I do like about the
There you go. Have
The-
something for you.
Oh
Okay.
no. Oh no. By the way, I tried to find the Blinky Productions. I could like Google search. I couldn't find it. Probably somewhere else. Let me look.
That's actually funny.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's a funny meme.
Caster, what was that like one like earlier in the stream? I was supposed to like show you a video at the end. What was it again?
Music video or something.
For what?
Hold on. I'm thinking about it. Hold on. I think what were we talking about?
Yeah, because I told you to write it and you didn't, so I'm just trying to get you to remember it so we can get that, you know, kind of thing. Alright,
The Power Rangers or
I think it might have been Power Ranger related. Oh, did you ever see that one video where they did the Power Ranger theme in bagpipes?
was it Wonder Woman?
Oh yeah, that.
Okay, hold on.
Also, did you ever see the video where somebody did the Power Ranger theme but with bagpipes?
No.
Oh, the Scottish version.
Yeah, we'll watch that. Also, write that one down too. We'll watch that one afterwards.
Nathan Bagora.
All right, what's it was Call Me Mr. J. I tried doing a YouTube search on it, but I found like videos talking about it. I couldn't find the actual video. It looks like they might have taken it off.
There you go, Scottish Power Rangers.
Yeah. Yeah, Call Me Mr. J. Nathan, you said you knew the people who did it. I think he was like saying something like that. Because if so, that's really cool. Like I gotta say, like that guy's like yoga performance, like he was doing like a Heath Ledger impression. It was really good.
Black River says, "Okay, I'll shut up."
Right? What's the chat saying?
Black River said, "Okay, I'll shut up."
No, Black Reaper, you're fine.
Yeah, Nick is a bully. He says, "No."
Oh, man, bully!
Nah. We're talking about people in the discourse, not in the chat. Just people on Twitter saying stupid shit. Call me Mr. J is what it's called. I said, nah, my ex did. So his ex knew the people on it.
Yeah, I'm not watching X right now. I'm trying to do a live stream right now, so anything happening on X, I have no aware of.
I will say this: I just saw so somebody made a meme of Sonic racing Crossworlds, and they've got a Maria character, and she's driving a casket.
Oh, God, no.
It just needs to be propelled by the coffin dance. Get some shadow androids or some gun soldiers. They'll make it work.
Why? Why? Alright, Alright, what else is the chat saying?
Let's see here.
I'm crying manly tears.
Alright.
Nah, my ex-girlfriend, dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Black River's crying manly tears. I just see like Fist of the North Star, and just like single tear running down the eye, So I've been seeing this also, and I hope this becomes more of a trend, or like a meme. And it's like people are doing like AI Ernest goes to blank memes.
Oh gosh.
This one's like Ernest goes to Icewind Dale, and he's like next to a dark elf.
Oh, like those like those Morrowind ones Which
Yeah.
I've been watching those. They're pretty funny. I think it was you who turned me on to them.
Which was that?
He was like Neverine or whatever. It's like using AI voice or something. I can't remember.
Dagothur.
Yeah, they're hilarious.
Yeah.
He's like, I just got you this Argonian prostitute or whatever, and then she just sticks around for the rest of the thing, you know.
Yeah. And then, like, she knocks the heart of the mountain into the lava. He goes, you Argonian temptress. I guess 2 blights weren't enough. And then, like, cuts off. I was like, damn. He keeps referring to Argonians and Khajiit's property.
That is so hilarious.
Yeah. There's one where, like, they get in trouble. They go to Molag Mart. And
Gosh.
yeah. And and Dagothur, he keeps bitching about shit, and then, like, of course you never hear Nerevar. He's always, like, silent, but he's always like, what? So he's like, okay, boomer, what does that even mean, Nerevar?
Oh, that reminds me of when they had the Fortnite Darth Vader thing, and they were like, "There's no way this could ever be abused," and you got Darth Vader to, like, drop the hard R.
Oh yeah.
It's like, what did you think was gonna happen?
And then he goes out and they end up causing, like, a fire in the store, and he's like, like, come on, let's go, and then, like, some Morrowind guards come up, and they're like, what are these slaves doing out without a collar? He's like, they're free Argonian, they're free range Argonians.
Free range Argonians. I love.
He's like,
love that.
He's like, there's no such thing as free range Argonians. So, like,
Wow.
they're like, wait a minute, isn't this Dagothur not the guy, not the mountain? And he's like, they keep doing that. He's like he's ordering DoorDash, and he's like, yes, it's for Dagoth. No, the god, not the mountain. Where do I live? Dagoth. Yes, not
Who's
yes,
on
not
first?
the man, but the mountain.
Who's on first?
But not the god, but the mountain. Yeah, that's who it is. Yeah. And then but, like, they're like, wait a minute, this is the Dagothur. Oh, they're like, yeah, we know your secret. You're not so powerful when you're this far from the heart. He's like, what are you talking about? He goes, yeah, everybody knows you're weak as hell. They start laughing at him. He's like, oh yeah? So he ignites on fire. And the fact that, like, that rumor's going around pisses him off so much that he gets on the phone and calls Vivek and just immediately starts cussing him out. He's like, listen here, you fucking... He starts, like, just going off on him. And he's like, who is this? Who is this? I'm the guy that's gonna kick your ass. That's who this is. And he just keeps going off on him. This is the guy who's gonna knock your floaty ass all the way to Satanine. Like, it just pissed him off so much he had to call it Vivek and just cuss him out.
Yeah, I love it.
And he roasts him hard too. He's like, reason you're two different shades was because you're too afraid to move on and prove that a better god like you exists. Yeah, it just goes off. It's just, yeah, I love those AI videos. They're so stupid.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Bigfoot AI videos going around?
Which ones?
There's these Bigfoot vlogs going around where it's like Bigfoot in the woods, and he's like, all right, guys, we're out here in the woods today, okay? We're gonna try to scare those campers over there. I'm gonna try making some noises, see if we can get them scared. Oh yeah, look! They're looking around. Yeah, they can't.
Frick?
All right, let's start rustling some trees here. Get him scared and scared. And the whole thing, he's got like a selfie stick the entire time. So it's like a video vlog, of him trying to do like Bigfoot stuff. He's like, oh, here's a trail cam. I'm gonna walk right in front of it real quick. Kind of give a. I'm gonna walk right in front of it. Get a nice blurry video for them. All right. So just basically, it's just doing vlogs of Bigfoot's messing with people. All right, there's a nice big print right there. They'll like that. All right. Just them walking around in the woods doing like day-to-day shit, messing with campers.
What do we got for comments?
Who knows? Let me see.
The shadow knows.
Lamau, try Ultimate Deadpool. Lol. I knew a Riddler guy who did one video. Best sequence in the first Judge Dredd is those hillbilly cannibals that kidnap Judge after the jail plane crashes in the desert. Yeah, I remember that part. That's pretty cool. I am annoyed by it. Lamau, I guess, Nathan says, on Bigfoot vlogs are hilarious. Yeah, the Bigfoot vlogs. Yeah, those are funny. There's so many of them out right now, and they're all over X. But it's just like, just these vlogs.
All right, well, let me ask you a question then. Do you believe Bigfoot exists?
Do I believe Bigfoot exists? I believe it could exist. I don't know if it does. But I am open. I am open to the possibility that it could exist.
All right.
I am a Bigfoot agnostic.
So my opinion is, I am certain the Yeti exists.
So you believe that a giant ape monster does exist?
In the Himalayas.
Just in the Himalayas. Okay.
I'm not sure if Bigfoot exists. Because there are large swaths of the United States forested where he could hide it. Especially in...
Oh, yeah.
Apparently there's been some Bigfoot sightings in Michigan recently. I've been hearing that.
Yeah. Well, and there's like all kinds of like minor versions of Bigfoot throughout the United States. Like in the South, they have like the skunk ape, which is their version of Bigfoot. Yeah. Apparently he comes with a... he's around because there's like this skunk-like stench that surrounds him.
Well, here in Michigan we have stuff like the Dog Man. Like that's kind of.
Oh yeah. I remember that one. Yeah. Every state has its own cryptid.
Yeah. In Michigan, it's the Dog Man.
Yeah, I know. Like in New Jersey, it's the Jersey Devil.
Oh God, yeah, I love that one. Like the whole story of its birth is just hilarious. Like it's basically like the story of like what probably happened is the woman probably cheated on the man and he like spun the story.
Are you ready? Yeah.
Oh, could have been, yeah. In Kentucky we have the oh my God, where the hell is that at?
What don't you have in Kentucky?
Oh, we have a lot of stuff here. It's these goblins. I forget what they're called. Where? Oh my God! I gotta look it up. I forget what was it?
Oh
yes.
Speaking of Kentucky, Castor, have you ever been to Breaks Interstate Park?
I don't believe I have.
Have you heard of it?
I don't think I have.
It's right on the border between Kentucky and Virginia. It's considered the Grand Canyon of the South.
I don't think I've ever been there. I don't know.
Look it up.
I've been dragged all over the states. I don't know.
I would recommend you go there. Have you been to? Isn't Mammoth Caves in Kentucky?
Yes, Mammoth Cave is in Kentucky, the largest cave in the world.
Have you been there?
I have been to Mammoth Cave, and it is exactly as its name states. It is mammoth. The ceiling is just high. It is. There's not a lot of stalactites and stalagmites in there because it's very watertight. A little bit of history of it, I guess, since we're going to dive into this. Mammoth Cave. You can actually find a lot of like Civil War and Revolutionary War stuff in there because people did use it as a storage area, and they used it as a base because it's that huge. It is gigantic. It's almost like, at one part it looked like a warehouse. I mean, it was just huge, huge, huge. Just a giant open space in the ground, and like as big as a stadium almost. And then there is an underground restaurant there.
Oh wow!
Which is pretty cool. There's like a little diner somewhere in there where you can get something to eat. But there's a lot that's still being explored, and it's not been fully explored yet. There is underground rapids and rivers through it. If you pay so much money, you can actually go do those. And of course, they do have where you can pay money and go along with like excavations and stuff where they try to climb to new spots.
Yeah, it's like kind of reminds me. Like I would love to go to like Egypt, but there's so many scammers when you go there.
Oh yeah. And what's cool is like you go there and there's a lot of Native American stuff in there because Native Americans have been using that cave for thousands of years, like caveman days. There's actually like cave drawings inside of there, and there's evidence of cooked fires from long ago, and it's actually said to be extremely haunted.
I mean, what isn't haunted?
I know, but it's said to be extremely haunted because there were so many people who have lived and died in there through the thousands and thousands of years. What's actually really kind of cool about it, though, is that it stays 55 degrees year round.
Oh wow!
So yeah, so I remember walking down this path to the cave entrance, and it was in the middle of August, balmy, just humid, ugly weather, just absolutely just kind of the kind of heat that just kind of just drains you. You got that not really sweat on you, but you're kind of sticky kind of sweat. It's terrible.
Sweaty, knees weak, arms
your palms are sweaty. Your palms are sweaty. Your ass crack is sweaty. Everything is sweaty.
Is it vomit on the sweater? Vomit on the sweater, mom spaghetti.
Yeah, pretty much. So anyways, and then I remember once I hit like this certain level where the air was coming out of the cave, it felt like hitting a refrigerator.
Ooh, that
Immediately, it did. Immediately, the temperature, like you start walking and it's really hot, and once you get down low enough near the cave entrance, it's 55 degrees, and you're like, whoa. And you almost like at that point you're like, man, I need a jacket. Yeah, 55 degrees Fahrenheit for people who are confused. In case we have any Celsius people here, but yeah, it gets down to 55 degrees. So in the winters it's warm, and in the summers it's cool. But back to what I was talking about earlier. Yes, it's the Hopkinsville encounter. Yes, apparently they're called the Hopkinsville Goblins. And they are. And what's funny is they said there were little goblins with giant bright eyes, and they are actually the basis for oh my god, I can't think of the damn thing's name. Hold on. Oh, Sableye.
Oh.
They're actually the inspiration for Sableye, the Pokemon, yeah. Let me get to the comments real quick, and I'll go to the story because it's an interesting story. Yes, and then also says Mothman. Yeah, of course, that's West Virginia's cryptid, Mothman. Of course, I think they have a lot of other different cryptids too. West Virginia is like cryptid crazy.
Yeah, West Virginia. Beautiful area. I want to
they-
visit it someday.
They got this one where it's like a headless mammoth, like they like I've heard stories. It's in Fallout as an actual creature, Fallout 76, but it's based off an actual cryptid where it's like this giant, like it walks on all fours like a gorilla, but it has no head. You know. But I'll get to the Hopkinsville story real quick because it's an interesting story.
Before you do that,
it
read some comments, please.
Yeah. Oh, I did. That's why I went to read the comments first. Talk about Mothman. And said that's cold. Yep. So the Hopkinsville counter is basically it said UFOologists, which I guess that's a thing, said regarded as one of the most significant and well documented cases in UFO history or incidents, while skeptics maintain there was no actual evidence for it. Some people say it was try to say it was like owls, but whatever. So it happened in 1955, August 21st, so 69 years ago, in Christian County, Hopkinsville, Kentucky. And so the claim is that on the evening of August 21st, 1955, 5 adults and 7 children arrived at Hopkinsville police station claiming that small alien creatures from a spaceship had been attacking their farmhouse and had been holding them off with gunfire for nearly 4 hours. So yeah, they were actually firing shots off at these things. 2 adults, Elmer Sutton and Billy Ray Taylor, claimed that they had been shooting a few short, dark figures who repeatedly popped up in the doorway and appeared into the windows. The Kentucky New Era, the first paper to report the incident, increased the number of creatures from 12 to 15 and continues the number to be the number most reported often. Concerned about a possible gun battle between local citizens, 4 police officers, 5 state troopers, and 3 deputy sheriffs and 4 military police officers from the nearby United States Army Fort Campbell drove down to the Sutton farmhouse near the town of Kelly in Christian County. Their search yielded no evidence apart from broken windows and holes in screens, possibly a result of gunfire. Residents in the farmhouse include Glenn Langford and her children, and 2 grown sons from a previous marriage. Says they were visiting. Apparently, two of the visitors were illiterate carnival workers. Okay, who were visiting the farmhouse. That's a detail that didn't need to be there. When officers returned the next day, they found the house empty. Neighbors informed them that the families had packed up and left, claiming the creatures had returned about 3:30 in the morning. So yeah, it's yeah, that's our that's our cryptid. It said the movie Critters is loosely based on this event. So yeah, that's our cryptid in Kentucky.
Well then.
So depending on what state you guys are from in the chat, what is a famous cryptid or some kind of mystical animal in your area? Ireland has the Dullahan, or Scotland.
I mean, what doesn't Ireland have?
I think the Dullahan. I think that's Scottish. I'm not sure, but yeah, I know every state has its own monsters and stuff. You know. Let me see if I can find this out here. Like cryptids from all 50 states. Let me see who's like. That seems like a fun topic to talk about. Cryptids in every state. Okay, so apparently,
Huh? Yeah, what do you got for Michigan?
yep, the Michigan Dogman.
Yep. Yep, definitely.
Right there. Yep, right there. Yep, Michigan Dogman. Let me see here. I gotta look up. I gotta get a better version of this. I can't read it. It's too blurry. Why is it so blurry? I can't remember who has Ogopogo. Okay, so we have in Alaska they have werewolves. Apparently
Alaska just has werewolves.
It says Arkansas werewolf, Arizona the Thunderbird.
Yeah. Sounds about
Let's see here.
Alright.
What state is AR?
Arkansas.
Arkansas. Then what's AK?
Oh, AR. AK is Arkansas, so AR is I don't know.
I don't know either. Anyways, there's the Fook monster. AFOU. AZ. That'd be Arizona.
Okay.
I don't know. Man, we suck at our states. They have FOUKE monster.
Oh, Randy.
Yeah. The California has the Loch Ness monster. Okay.
California does?
Man, this can't be right here. Oh, the most popular cryptid in every state. Oh. Okay, because some of these are like, yeah, some of these have like Bigfoot and stuff. Yeah. Okay, never mind. I gotta get like actual cryptids here. Alright, let's see what's down here. Well, Fangoria, that's a trusted site. Let's see here. So every one, they have Alabama's Wolf Woman of Mobile.
Why?
So apparently in early April of 1971, 50 people reported seeing a half-wolf, half-woman creature in the marshes of Mobile. Some said she escaped from the circus. One witness said she chased them home. Was it a coincidence that reports started close to April Fool's Day, or did these people really did see something? Alaska's Kuala Lumpur. I don't know. Sounds like something Native American. Another one of mythical creatures from indigenous legends is whatever that thing was. This Inuit creature lives in the sea and draws children to the water with a human-like singing. She has a human-like body, green skin, long hair, and very long fingernails. Yeah, she wears a parka and a baby carrier. Parents often tell children that if they disobey and wander themselves down by Alaska's waters, that she'll grab them, place them in her baby carrier, and they will have to live in the sea forever. All right. Arizona's Mongolian monster, whatever the hell this is. Legend has it that a 7-foot tall ape-like creature with large red eyes and long black hair lives in Arizona's Mongolian region, or Mongolian Rim. Known as the Arizona Bigfoot, claims this monster smells like a mixture of dead fish, skunk, and decaying peat moss. Oh boy. Arkansas's White River Monster. Nicknamed Whitey. the Newport area sea creature legend goes back to the Native American folklore. In 1937, national media reported the sighting of this giant Loch Ness monster cousin in the Alaska River, or the Arkansas River. News crews and the TV show Animal Planet filmed the river for weeks to get a glimpse of the 30-foot long gray creature. Alright, let me see what, get back to the comments before I continue here. Let's see here. I don't know, someone says, ooh, Thunderbird, I'm from Florida. Arizona? Wolf Woman? Sounds hot.
I mean...
Wood.
I mean, we all know the Florida cryptid is Florida Man.
Florida Man, yes. And my arch nemesis.
I don't get it.
What's there to gaze? My arch nemesis. I've been thwarted by him many times. There was one time that I sent a congregation of alligators after him, and that's what they're called, a congregation. I sent a congregation of alligators after him. But I did not expect the power of friendship that could be bought with a Little Caesars Hot and Ready.
Are you reading one of those, like, AI stories again, sir?
No, that's completely from me.
It sounds AI.
It's not AI.
Sure.
That's completely me.
Sure.
That's completely me. I gave him he had a hot and ready pizza, and I didn't realize that, man, I could fend off alligators.
I don't understand.
See, Florida Man is a 7-foot tall black guy with camo pants and Crocs. And he's very muscular. Able to punch holes in drywall like it's nothing.
Well done.
He protects the entire state. We've done battles many times. I'm his arch. It's out to me. It was a guild thing. They said, "Look, this is the only guy we got for you." And I said, "All right." And I said, "Well, people know." I said, "He's famous enough. Sure, let's do it."
I just realized
So
I beat this boss and I didn't save afterwards. I am so stupid. Alright, well,
He
I
says
know
Little
what to do now.
Caesars.
I know what to do now.
He says Little Caesars. Yeah, Little Caesars Hot and Ready was able to defeat me. I should have used undead alligators, but whatever. So California's Tahoe Tessie. From Washoe and Patuit tribes, tales. Okay, these are a lot of words I don't know. The legend of what lives in the deep Lake Tahoe rivers is part of California history. Appearing in public a dozen times a year, the creature looks like an oversized 60-foot large sturgeon or fish, or even a relative of a Loch Ness monster. So whatever you want it to look like, basically. Next time you're in Lake Tahoe, check out their dedicated museum. If you spot Tessie, there's even a local hotline to report her appearance.
Right,
basically, another plesiosaur mystery. Colorado's Tommy Knockers.
I like me some knockers.
Yeah. When British miners came to America, they brought old European myths and superstitions with them, like the Brothers Grimm and Lord of the Rings. Miniature men played a critical part in their lore. They believe that leprechaun-like mythical creatures lived in Colorado's mines and played tricks on workers, making strange noises. Tommyknockers would also warn of dangers in the mine by knocking inside the walls. Actually, there's a Stephen King novel called The Tommyknockers. On your next trip to Colorado, explore these mines 1,000 feet underground in Georgetown and enjoy Colorado's craft brew scene at Tommyknocker Brewery in Idaho Springs. All right. Apparently, Connecticut has another sea creature that's like Nessie. So I'm going to skip over it. Because it's the same thing. Same thing. Another sea serpent / plesiosaur. You know, it's like, alright, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Delaware's Pukwudgie. Alright, Delaware.
I think J.K. Rowling used one of those. Cause like
It's like the Pukwudgie. Says these intelligent mini mythical creatures can be found in Delaware's woods. Native Americans believe that these aggressive monsters would appear and disappear instantly, use magic, start fires, and create endless mayhem. If you think you're being stalked by one of these mythical creatures, stay away from cliffs or the beach, where they have been known to push people to their details. Push people to their details. What the hell does that mean? Or blind them with sand. Okay. Florida has the skunk ape, which I mentioned earlier. Basically another Bigfoot creature. Georgia has another sea monster. All right. I'm just gonna skip over all the Loch Ness monster / Bigfoot ones. I'm just gonna skip over because it's the same damn thing. Hawaii's Menehuene. All right. Native Hawaiians feel a deep connection to nature and the spirits that inhabit their islands. These stories explain the extreme forces present in the beautiful but powerful land. One such legend is the birth of the historic Alikoko fish pond near Louis on the island of whatever. Yeah, I'm not trying to saw this. Supposedly built by mythical creatures called the Menehuene. These mischievous forest-dwelling little people were engineering geniuses and crafted this entire fish pond in one night. While they were thought to have left, these mystical creatures are in the 1820 census of so they're in the 1820 census of this island, and it has a population of 65.
What?
So they're officially documented.
Okay, that is weird.
So apparently in 1820 census, somebody put these creatures down as a population of 65. All right. Idaho's Charlie. Again, another lake monster, another plesiosaur. Gonna skip it. Illinois' Coal Hollow Road monster. Another Bigfoot. Gonna skip it. Indiana's Devil Lake monster. Another plesiosaur. Gonna skip it. Iowa's Mugwump. Guess what? It's another Bigfoot.
Oh God! The original people.
I know, another lake-dwelling monster said to reside in Lake something. Long before Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and Harry Potter, Iowans used to use the term to describe a giant hairy beast living in a swampy marsh in Venture, Iowa. All right. Kansas Sinkhole Sam. All right. With Kansas urban legend, the inspiration for the extra girth that almost ate Princess Leia and Han Solo and Chewbacca in Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Starting in the summer of 1952, people reported a snake-like wormy beast about 15 to 30 feet long swimming in a big sinkhole. Affectionately called Sinkhole Sam. Many residents believe that it's just an oversized gopher snake, but you decide.
What I
All
find,
right,
what I
it's a
find,
giant snake.
so what I find funny is apparently a lot of the like sea serpent sightings in olden times
Yeah.
are actually just whale penises.
Oh, that's funny. Nathaniel says if you triple tap the left joystick, it opens up a hack menu.
That's not working. By the way, I'm using the Switch version, by the way. I don't know if that means anything.
Yeah. All right, Kentucky's Pope Lick Monster. Wait a minute, Pope. Wait, I know where that's at. If you live near eastern Jefferson County, you probably heard of this half-man, half-goat creature traveling through the area with a circus, surviving a gruesome train wreck. It's been terrorizing the old Southern Railways trestles for so long, it's got its own episode on Destination America. Go see for yourself, but remember that the railway is still active with trains. East Jefferson County, that's near me, huh? Never knew we had one up there. So that's Louisville's territory, huh? Louisiana's Ragarao. Louisiana's rich Cajun folklore includes a werewolf or half-man, half-dog creature that lives in the swamps of southeast Louisiana. Originally called the loup-garou, French for werewolf, its name has changed into the Ragarou after generations of storytelling. Locals tell you that if you don't observe Lent properly for 7 years in a row, you can become one of these werewolves. So if you're in New Orleans for Halloween, take a road trip to a festival for this creature. It's a little more than an hour outside the city.
All right, real quick, I need to do this. So, Nathan. All right, so this is the left joystick. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's not working. I don't know. Am I doing something wrong, or I don't know.
You mean like push in 3 times?
Yeah, I just did that.
Okay, if you triple tap the joystick. I don't know. I don't know. Maine's Poco Moonshine Lake Monster. Another lake monster. Ooh, Maryland's got a goat man.
Ooh.
If you grew up near Prince George's County, you've probably heard of the state's mythical creature like the Snallygaster or the Goat Man. So is the Goat Man a gird herder who went insane or the result of an experiment gone wrong at the Beltsville Agricultural Research Center? Either way, this half-man, half-goat monster reportedly is to blame for gruesome animal deaths in the area. Okay. Massachusetts has the beast of Truro. Reports of a monster attacking livestock have been reported in Cape Cod for decades. The beast of Truro has been described as an 80-pound cougar with small ears and a curved rope tail. Some describe the creature more of an oversized mountain lion. If you live in the area, keep your cats and livestock indoor at night, or they might be the beast's next victim. Apparently, Michigan has Pressy.
Wait, they have the Phoenix Press mascot?
No, they have Pressy, which is a...
No, I need to explain.
Yeah. I know.
So the Phoenix Press mascot is a phoenix named Pressy. I don't talk about this a lot, but yeah, if I ever do like a real life version, Pressy is the Phoenix Press mascot. It's a giant cute phoenix. I need to do like a thing of it, but yeah, sorry.
Well,
I have not seen this.
Yeah, by the way, this is a lore drop. This is a Phoenix Press lore drop right here.
Oh shit, lore drop. Everybody
Oh,
get
no,
your...
the VTubers are really getting to him.
Yeah, there's a lore drop for you. The bird, like the logo you see, the bird, her name is Pressy. And that is the name of the bird on the Phoenix Press logo. That is the name of my mascot, is Pressy, the Phoenix Press mascot.
Wow.
Lore drop, everybody.
But yeah, so it's kind of
Somebody
odd
vote for
that.
Laura Bailey.
So it's kind of weird that Michigan has the Pressy, which is another lake monster.
Well, we have a lot of lakes.
I know, the land of lakes.
No, we are not butter. And we're not the land of
So
10,000 lakes. That's Minnesota.
No, Minnesota, okay. Over the years, the Great Lakes' deep, vast waters have been the supposed home of various...
Wait,
What?
Caster, we have a member. A member has entered the chat. Jason Ingram
Oh,
is
no.
here. He is late, but he has arrived.
He's here.
Yep, and if you want to be a member for this channel, and he's dropping his swag, if you want to be a member, it's $5 a month. You'll be able to drop the swag like Jason Ingram, and you'll be the coolest person ever.
Yeah.
But
yeah, apparently,
sorry.
It says apparently it was spotted in Lake Superior.
The Superior Lake.
Yeah, some kind of lake monster. Again, a plesiosaur.
Be original,
And then,
people, please.
And then Minnesota has the Hairy Man of Vargas Trails, which if you get it, it's another Bigfoot. But it says if you watch Sci-Fi's Haunted Highways show, then you might remember the Hairy Man of Vargas Trails. For decades, this small town has been rocked by strange animal deaths, supposedly at the hands of an 8-foot-tall creature from the woods. Mississippi's three-legged ghost.
Three-legged ghost. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, and this is Mississippi's monster living in the remains. Is this Mississippi's monster the living remains of a young girl killed by a satanic cult, or the ghost of a girl's mother carrying her daughter's leg? Either way, people travel to the old church on Nash Road to race the ghost. See for yourself what happens when you turn off your car's headlights and honk your horn 3 times. Okay.
Alright.
Missouri's Ozark Howler. Basically another kind of wild dog myth here. Montana's Flathead Lake Monster. Again, another Nessie. Nebraska's Walgreen Lake Monster. Walgreens? Okay.
Like, literally, that's a cryptid as Walgreens. That's how boring Nebraska is.
Apparently their lake monster is more like an alligator, so that's something different.
Okay.
Nevada's Water Babies of Pyramid Lake. Alright. Legend has it that the Patuit tribe members would discard deformed or premature babies into Reno's Pyramid Lake. The angry baby spirits have haunted the lake and surrounding areas ever since. Each spring, fishers disappear in the water, never to be seen again. Over the years, haunting cries and ghostly children's laughter can be heard coming from the lake. New Hampshire's wood devils. Starting in the 1970s, hikers, campers, and hunters reported seeing Sasquatch-like creatures in the backwoods of Coos County. The mythical creatures, described as skinny, tall, covered in gray hair, became known as the wood devils. Notoriously difficult to spot, they have eluded photographs but regularly leave behind large, animal-sized footprints in the woods. Here we go, New Jersey Devil.
Haha.
Move over, Bon Jovi. The Jersey Devil is the state's most infamous resident, at least to some. In New Jersey, near Atlantic City, is the heavily wooded 1 million acres of undeveloped land called the Pine Barrens, which I have seen that, not in real life, but I have seen that, and it does look eerie. It is home of the mysterious kangaroo-like animal with the face of a dog, wings and horns, and kills animals and destroys crops with a $100,000 bounty on its head.
Oh, God.
For more than 250 years, this mysterious creature is said to creep through the marshes of southern New Jersey and emerge periodically to rampage through towns and cities, forever immortalized. It's not just the official state demon of New Jersey, but the mascot of the state's hockey team. All right. New Mexico's skinwalkers.
Oh.
These mythical creatures from Navajo stories are shape-shifting witches who gain powers by murdering family and friends. According to the lore, they can turn into coyotes, birds, foxes, and wolves, and sometimes appears half animal, half human. They can even steal the face of another person. Was this the legend inspiration of countless shape-shifting characters like Pennywise or the Terminator? That's a dumb comparison. Now, talking about skinwalkers, right?
Yeah, that's a bit of a loaded topic.
Yeah, so I've never been to Minnesota, but I made that monster. Don't ask how. All right. Why is it that Texas gets El Chupacabra and you guys get this? I call BS. Well, okay. So about the skinwalkers thing, right? So there's a movie that I've watched several times. It's called Arizona Werewolf or just Werewolf. And it has been on Mystery Science Theater 3000 as a movie they riffed. It is a terrible, terrible werewolf movie, but it has such an interesting premise that I'm like, in the hands of a capable and competent film director or filmmaker, this could actually be a very interesting take on a werewolf movie. So in the movie, they find the skeleton of a werewolf, all right? And it has features of both a man and a wolf, and
that was a good
they talk about it, and they talk about it being like, they talk about skinwalkers and skin changers and all that, and saying that's what the bones were. It was just a dead skin changer, and but it ends up just becoming your average werewolf movie at that point, because because I think like the main character, he gets accidentally cut on the fangs of the werewolf, and that turns him into a werewolf.
Okay.
And it's just like, it's a silly movie, silly movie that tries to take itself seriously as a horror movie. But I just thought that was an interesting premise. And that would be kind of cool, but it just becomes a regular, werewolf movie at that point. But, that made me think of that. And I thought maybe, in the hands of a more competent director, we could get a fresh take on the werewolf myth. But, Okay, so, what does Texas get? Let me see here, since he's talking about that. So let's see.
That's their cryptids, it's Californians.
Yeah. New York gets the White Lady. You talking about Hillary Clinton? One of the most infamous ghost stories in America is from upstate New York. In the 1800s, a mother lost her daughter near Lake Ontario and spent the rest of her life looking for her. Even after she died, she returned to the lake to continue searching for her long-lost daughter. A Rochester local based his award-winning horror film, The Lady in White, starring Katherine Hellman of Who's the Boss fame as the White Lady. Okay. North Carolina's Wampus Cat. That did not sound scary at all. For decades, the feline beast has lived in North Carolina's foothills, killing animals at night. In the 1930s, a local paper reported a gigantic cat killing and attacking 40 dogs near the town of Maron. The Wampus Cat was never captured, but many believed it could just be a hyena who escaped from a local zoo. But but could one normal animal really be the cause of so many deaths? That's probably just a mountain lion. North Dakota's Devil Lake Sea Serpent. Okay, we've got a sea serpent. Nope, never mind. It's another Loch Ness monster. Ooh, Ohio's Frogman. Over the years, many mythical creatures were reported in Ohio's Loveland area. In 1955, a man claimed to see a 3 foot tall, three 3 foot tall men with thick skin and frog faces carrying wands. Almost 50 years later, a young couple was out playing Pokemon Go and reported seeing a giant amphibian creature walking on 2 legs.
Okay.
It was not a Bulbasaur.
God darn it.
Oklahoma's Green Hill Monster. Another Oregon. Yeah, both. Pennsylvania. Yep, all got Bigfoot creature. Well, no, this one is different. The Pennsylvania's squonk. Another woodland legend is the sad squonk of Pennsylvania's hemlock forests. A wrinkly pig-like creature covered in warts supposedly spends its whole life crying. If you find yourself faced with a strange puddle in the woods, be careful. It could be a pool of squonk tears.
What the?
All right. I have to go drain the caster, and I will be right back.
All right, Lug, I'm tapping you in.
Tag me in.
Lug, we won Kenobi. You're our only hope. You there, brother?
Oh, whoops. There we go.
Alright, we're tagging you in.
What?
I know, we're sorry. Actually, we're not, but,
What?
But what?
Why are you doing this to me?
Because I want to. Let's see here. Alright. So what do you think of this game so far?
Lots of menus in this one. Feels like we're in Metal Gear Solid 3.
Let's use the Fire Blade for right now. Yeah, I mean it is like an RPG and whatnot. What do we got for chat?
Let's see, where did we leave off? I don't know, but I guess we got Jason Ingram saying, I have never been to Minnesota, but I made that monster. Don't ask how.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared too, honestly. Alright, so we are 3 likes from our goal of 10. So if you have not liked the stream, please consider doing so. So, Lug, how have you been?
I think I'm okay.
You think?
Probably.
Oh, that's confusing.
Yes, it has been.
How can I help? I would like.
Alright, what other comments we got?
Yes. Perhaps if you were.
Any new comments, my friend?
We got some stickers.
Yep, and then what else is Ingram saying?
I'm late, but I am here.
Nope. Go down. What's his latest comment?
Why is it that Texas only gets El Chupacabra, and you guys get this?
Yeah, there's no new comments. Oh man. Oh man, I thought I was gonna pop a kidney there for a second. Oh man, whew.
Oh, that must have felt so good.
Yeah. Well, I've been kind of holding it for a little bit, and then I was like, nope, I gotta go.
So
I
apparently,
gotta go.
apparently Herman BP Hunter has no comment. Hey, Herman,
Herman.
I don't know if I told you, but I'm doing a con in Lincoln Park. I did it today, and then tomorrow's the last day if you want to come say hi. So get this. I'm at the stage in building my career where some of my fans from online are starting to visit me in real life.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, like I've seen Herman in real life. He's actually a very good-looking man. I gotta tell you what.
Okay.
Very charismatic. The ladies just peel off of him.
Like wet sauerkraut.
I don't know. He's got a graduation party, responsibilities. I get it.
Yeah. But today was writing day.
Fair enough.
Well,
I probably should buy some med packs while I'm here.
So I heard an interesting conspiracy theory
Oh no.
the other day.
What is it?
So apparently, I don't know how legitimate this is, but I heard that supposedly 3 guys who were big opposers of the Federal Reserve for some reason were all on the Titanic at the same time.
Well, I think the Federal Reserve had existed before then, or maybe it was just like the U.S. Bank that existed.
I know, but they were big opponents of it, and apparently they were like big opponents of the Rothschilds, and so
Wasn't
the
there
conspiracy theory.
Wasn't there Rothschilds on the Titanic?
I don't know, but I know that apparently like 3 guys who were like really opposed to it were all supposedly the conspiracy theory is that that they're all on there and somehow the ship sinking was part of an elaborate plan to get all 3 of the opponents.
Seems like a lot of effort for just that.
Yeah, I know. Apparently, like the captain was in on it. And all, yeah. I was like, I think it was just a big coincidence if they really were on there. But I was just like,
it's a classic tale of arrogance. That's all Titanic is. It's a classic tale of
I know.
hubris. The unsinkable
I know, but it was
ship
just-
sinks. It's a classic. It's the quintessential tale of hubris.
I know, but it was just kind of funny because I was like, man, that's because I was reading it and I was like, man, whoever wrote this had their tin hat on because this is just some out there kind of crap. I was like, if those people were on the ship, which I cannot verify, I was like, then that just had to have been the greatest coincidence of history. But says just added fire to make it a bit spicy.
All right then.
Alrighty. But going back to like cryptids and stuff, and reminded me of like the ones from like Fallout. I really need to play that game, Fallout 76.
Yeah, I've heard.
I've heard it's better now, but I don't know. I have the game, which is weird. I have it sealed.
I mean, at one point they couldn't even give the game away. So.
Oh yeah, I know. I got it for like super cheap on eBay, like sealed. It was like $10 sealed. I was like, okay, cool. Not that I cared that it is sealed. I just thought I'd rather get if I could get it new for so cheap than a used copy. I might as well go ahead and get the brand new one.
Mm-hmm.
Look, the Titanic is the reason you don't anger Poseidon. Simple.
Yeah, I can see that.
Poseidon has been locked up in Area 51 for years now. All right, we ain't got to worry about the Sea King.
Remember when we all like wanted to storm Area 51?
Yeah, I was waiting for that to happen, and I was waiting for the news when they talked about like a bunch of people getting shot by guards.
It was
Like-
it was such a like a nothing. Literally the most
I was
exciting.
waiting for that.
Literally the most exciting thing that happened is one guy narrowed to run in front of the camera. That was literally the most exciting thing that happened.
Yeah, I know. I was waiting for people to do that, and then just be like, oh yeah, a bunch of people got killed because they were trying to storm the military base.
I do
I was
love,
like,
I do love how there was like leaks of military briefings where they're explaining Naruto running.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. I love when nerd shit leaks out into the mainstream,
Yeah.
and the and the newscasters have to like explain that shit, like they're explaining some kind of alien technology or some kind of like foreign concept. You know, yeah, it's it's hilarious. I remember somebody telling me that apparently a kid buried another kid in sand because he was trying to emulate Gaara from Naruto.
Okay.
I heard apparently it was like a story somewhere, and apparently the newscasters were trying to explain what the fuck Naruto was. Yeah. Oh, I love when a tragedy happens in nerd culture, and your parents have that awkward conversation with you because they don't know exactly what you're into,
Yeah.
but they hope to God it's not whatever got this person killed. Like I remember this guy. There was a story way back in the day. You remember EverQuest?
Yeah.
Way back in the day. That's an old MMO.
Yeah, I remember it. I never played it.
Yeah, that's like in the I want to say golden age of MMOs. And anyways, there was a guy who played it, and apparently he got really obsessed with person online. They had like a wedding between their characters. Apparently, I assuming it was a girl, because they said his last message online was "I love you." So apparently, like he had met somebody, and then they just kind of ghosted him. So he ended up unaliving, and
Oh god.
so that was a story, a sad story, But he was a guy who basically he was a loner, lived by himself. They said they went to his apartment; it was just full of trash. So he was that kind of loner, hoarder kind of person. And basically, all he did was play EverQuest all day long, And so, I remember my mother coming up to me, and she was like, "Caster." I was like, "Yes, mother." And she was like, "Have you ever heard of a game called EverQuest?" And I just gave her like the rock eyebrow, like, "Yes." Like, "Why are you talking to me about EverQuest?" Or like, and then she tells me the story, and I'm like, she's like, "You don't play games like that, do you?" And I'm like, poor mother. Games don't make you unalive yourself. Like, so she was afraid that I would play it and succumb to the same fate.
Okay.
And I'm like, there's a lot more in that story than just playing the game. Like, the game is just the vessel of how things started. Like, it has nothing to do with the game, essentially. But yeah, it was just that time of like panic. Like, oh no, the kids play this game and they'll unalive themselves,
Yeah, Yeah, what we got for the comments?
I just love when stuff like that happens. Let's see here. Yeah, I always get ended by Brigic. And then, or Brigic, I don't know. Then Jason says, I never had that conversation, but my stepmom was worried about me playing Resident Evil because she thought I'd become a murderer because they looked too human.
Oh,
And that was OGRE1.
cringe.
Oh, I know. It's funny. Yeah.
That is so cringe.
I know it's part of it's kind of like along the lines of that whole satanic panic. It's just your parents are worried about what you're playing, listening to. You know, you're gonna listen to that devil music, and it's gonna make you do evil stuff, and you know, just the silliest stuff ever. Oh, and it's always because one random asshole does it.
Yeah, like anybody who is old enough to remember Columbine.
Yep. Doom. Was it Doom?
It was Doom and Hot Topic. Those were the enemies.
Hot Topic, yes. Doom and Hot Topic. And those were those are the reasons.
It was so bad that reporters would camp outside the local Hot Topic and interview the people as they came out of the store. Like, oh god, it got so bad they had to like call security on the reporters.
Yeah.
Just when you think you can be a journalist enough.
So there was a when I lived in Virginia Beach, and at one point, and I went to elementary school there, and at a local elementary school there, and there was two kids in my neighborhood who were victims of a serial killer. Yeah, and well, they went missing, and it was like a big thing. Like everyone was looking for them. I didn't know them personally. I knew of them, but I didn't know. I maybe seen them around at school. They were never in my classroom, and they were never in my friends' circles, and they were kind of like several streets down from me. So I never interacted with them, but I knew of them. Their names sounded familiar. But yeah, so like, there was this little wooded area near the near our neighborhood, and it was just a small patch of like trees, because on the other side was like a golf course, so it wasn't a very big wooded area. Well, apparently they found the children there after the deed was done, and the guy was a high schooler, and he had did what he did. But the thing about it was, the reason I'm telling the story is that guess what he was into?
What?
Dungeons and Dragons.
He's doomed. He's the end. Because
he was into Dungeons and Dragons, and that just added to the whole satanic panic in my area locally. So, like, I remember one time I was going to go over a friend's house, and we were going to play Dragon Warrior, and we were talking to his mom, and said, "Yeah, it's kind of like Dungeons and Dragons." Like talk about clutching pearls. Or when Magic the Gathering came out, and that was like a thing too. Like, it's kind of like Dungeons and Dragons, but in card game. Oh my God, parents went crazy. That game's gonna turn you into murderers, blah blah blah.
Satan's game.
But I'm like, yeah, pretty much, And it was like, so that dude, because of his heinous act, ruined a lot of stuff like that. It just added to that whole thing. I think he's still alive though. That's what's crazy. I think he's still alive in jail. Yeah, I remember his name too. I'm not gonna say it, but I just remember his
Yeah,
name.
don't
Yeah.
dox him, please. Please don't dox him.
Yeah, I'm not gonna dox him. I mean, you could easily look it up if you just.
Yeah, like you've probably
But
given enough information that anyone
I
wants.
probably get my age, and you could probably look it up. Yeah, but anyways, it
Like
says
there aren't that
I
many
was
there aren't that many serial killers out there, so.
yeah. I was in high school at the time, maybe middle school. So yeah, that's around the time that conversation took place. My stepmom was a Jehovah's Witness, so that was a fun time. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, that's a double there on top of that. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, that's a fun time. Yeah,
Yep.
I imagine I imagine in that household you didn't get to do too much.
Oh dear God, they just killed my entire party. That was a TPK. He just threw a grenade.
Oh, well. So on a lighter topic, I have acquired a new NES game,
And what game is that?
Soul Blazer.
Oh.
I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. It seems to be like some kind of RPG. I do not know, but because when it starts up, it throws you right into it without telling you what's going on. So it's one of those games where you kind of need a manual. But apparently it's a very expensive game too. I didn't realize that. It's another game that I won, and apparently it's around $100.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's kind of a heavy hitter. Yeah. The devil made him do it. Yeah, I know that's yeah. TPK of the day, folks. What does your bingo card look like now? I guess bingo card.
Okay, and for those who aren't aware, TPK is short for total party kill. It's a D&D term.
Okay.
Oh, which fun fact, Caster, did you know this game runs off of D&D?
Off of D&D.
Yeah, the mechanics are, I believe, D&D 3rd edition.
Oh, okay. So the RPG elements are that. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the engine.
Well, the RPG mechanics.
Okay. Okay. So it's like if you play it, it's gonna be like D&D in space.
Essentially, yes.
Okay. So if you say, for instance, if you never played this game but you are into D&D, you could maybe get used to it quickly.
I would say so. Yeah.
Okay.
Getting
Those
used to D&D, that cult stuff.
So,
Yeah.
Caster, the cool thing about this game is they have released it on a bunch of platforms.
Oh, I know. And that's why I need to start playing it. I know. Like you said, you're playing the Switch version. I need it. Yeah, I need to get that.
That's I'm assuming you'd play it on Xbox, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess I could get it for Xbox.
The thing is, Xbox.
It was-
I don't know if they're running the Xbox version like through backwards compatibility.
Okay.
But Asper did like a full remake and whatnot.
Well, isn't there like a big ass Star Wars edition where like KOTOR is on it?
For Switch, yeah, I think it's like the Heritage Pack.
Yeah. I might just do that because there's a lot of like good games on there.
Well, the thing is, I already own most of those games digitally on Switch, so the only reason I would buy it would be just to have a physical.
Well, as I'm saying, I might as well do it because I don't have all those games. So yeah, that'd be a good deal for me.
Yeah, because they've been re-releasing a lot of the good Star Wars games, like Bounty Hunter got a port, Episode 1 Racer, Force Unleashed on the Switch is the Wii version, so just take that into consideration.
Ooh.
Yeah, so just kind of.
Yeah, but when you think about it, it does make sense.
Yeah.
Because you know, the
I
Wii,
love
Nintendo,
Force
yeah.
Unleashed. My favorite version is the PSP version.
Okay. He is correct. It is D&D 3.0. This game is what Star Wars This game is what the Star Wars pen and paper RPG is based off of back in the early 2Ks. Okay. There is a remake of KOTOR in the works. It's just shifted to a new company. Okay.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's probably not going to come out because like they were making it at one point. Sam Maggs was attached to it. Yeah, and what the fuck? Oh, sorry. Charcoal is doing charcoal things.
Okay. Excuse me, I'm going to have to switch headsets.
Nintendo Switch headset.
Yeah, because my, I do have to talk about that. Let me see here.
Alright. Lug, can you read some comments, please?
Let's see. There is a remake of KOTOR in the works. It is just shifted to a new company. I hope it goes through, though, and they make it. But it isn't high for actually being done. Oh yeah, I remember hearing a while back they were going to be making some modern updates to it, but that might have fallen through at last. If it fails, it fails. But keep Disney away. Oh, I'm afraid Disney will be quite operational.
Shut the F up, dude. Have you returned to us, sir?
There we go.
Welcome back. In fact, you can welcome us back fully by reading some comments.
No. Okay, yeah. Let's see what we got here. If it fails, it fails, but keep Disney away. Yep. That's the way it is.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I believe, alright, I'm going to save because the battle coming up is really stupid. So, Cassie, what else is up, sir?
What else is up? Let's see here. Gas prices. Now, let's see here. Okay, I am the only one whose Xbox controller has problems sending out Bluetooth signal to PC. I'm not sure. How to do that. But if you could, if you wanted to, you could probably try to like plug it in through a USB port. If you want to do it that way, that might help. But I'm trying to figure out how would you do it Bluetooth wise. Oh, I know. No. You would. Okay. You just hold down the sync button, and it should pop up on your list of devices when you do like the Bluetooth. Because I remember I've gotten my controller connected to my phone before. That's what I do, and that worked. Okay. Well, like, see, what I did was like with my phone, because I was trying out that new like Xbox streaming service thing they were doing, where you could stream your games over, the internet. And so I tried to play on my phone just to see, and yeah, I actually had to do that. Actually, I had to, like, turn my controller on and then hit the sync button, and it did pop up eventually. You might have to refresh your Bluetooth thing to see if it pops up, but that's how I did it for my phone. I don't know. I'm assuming it should be the same with the computer. But if that doesn't work, you can always troubleshoot on YouTube or something. They might have something for you. Playing on your phone is not advisable. As much as Xbox is going to try to sell that to you, because they're doing this whole thing a few years ago where it was like, you don't have to own an Xbox. You can just own the Xbox Pass and play games. They're trying to make it like Steam, and so it'd be like so that way you could have a Xbox a Game Pass and play on your phone or play on your tablet. That could be your Xbox. And it's like, no. I tried playing GTA 5 on my phone. It is the most laggiest shit you've ever seen. Because it's trying to stream the game while you're playing it. It says, I hate this fight, like you, Nick.
Yeah, it's really bad. Yeah, and the problem is, I think I built my character wrong. Like he's really tricking me.
But I was having internet troubles this week, and so apparently, okay, so we switched to internet service providers, and I said, you know what? I like gaming and I like fast internet, damn it. So I went and got the gig of data. And so so I was sitting there like trying to figure out like what the hell was going on, because I did a network speed test on the Xbox, and it says I was pulling about 74 megabits. And I was like, I'm wired into the router. Like, how in the hell am I pulling that much? And I can understand if I was doing Wi-Fi, but even then, Wi-Fi should be like a couple hundred. And so this is a little bit of troubleshooting for anybody with Xbox. What you got to do is you got to go into your router, and you got to open up. Let's see what it is here. I happen to have my Xbox turned on right now. Let me go see what it is. What actually it's called. You have to have your
Oh my god, we did it. That was such bullshit, but we did it.
Open plug and play, I think it is. UNPNP, I think that's what it's called. But yeah, you got to go inside your router, and then go down to settings, and there should be a thing where it says UNPNP. Click on that, and that'll help your Xbox out, or your PlayStation, or whatever you got. If you're not pulling the speeds you should be getting. And I went up from 74 megabits to 800. So I was like, yeah, that's That's better.
What's worse is there's a Sith boss down there, so what I am going to do is I'm going to head back out and go buy some healing items and get myself ready for that fight versus the Sith apprentice.
He says, no, you need a Yoda bite of data. It works so much better. Walks away whistling.
A Yoda bite. Oh my god.
I wouldn't play cell phone unless the cell phone was 3 feet by 3 feet phone.
See, it's like remember like a few years ago, game streaming is the future.
No, it's not. No, it's not. We learned that the hard way. Well, they learned that the hard way. We didn't know that the hard way. They learned that the hard way.
I do use xCloud sometimes on my PC. Like that kind of works.
I'm gonna say this. I like that there's that option, but that shouldn't be the end all be all of it.
Like I think console streaming could work. Like the problem with streaming is you have to have good internet, and not every place in the U.S. has good internet.
That's exactly right. You have to have great internet. Like say for instance, you're out somewhere, and like say you're staying in a hotel or whatever, and they have pretty good internet, and your buddy's like, "Hey, you want to get on Xbox?" And you'd be like, "Oh, let me hook up my tablet." And theoretically, you could play Xbox within your tablet. See, that would be a cool option that you could do, but you know, optimally, you want to like play on a console.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like because it's not going to be this. Like I said, it's not. I tried playing on my phone. It was a terrible experience. I just did it just to see if I could do it. The graphics were held up pretty good. I mean, it looked really good. It sounded good. It didn't really stutter. It's just when I was driving, it felt like, you know, if I turned left, it would turn to left. You know,
the lag's pretty bad on those kind of things. So
the lag is
on them.
Yeah, so like it's a kind of game that, you know,
like I remember Stadia's shining moment was when Cyberpunk came out. It turns out that Stadia was actually ran Cyberpunk the best.
I guess I
oh wow, that's ironic. But he says you hit it with a hammer until it complied. It worked.
Yeah.
Okay, fun thought. Darth Vader versus Ravon. Who wins?
Revan.
Revan?
Yeah.
Okay. Nathaniel says Revan.
Revan is like Darth Vader is good, but Revan is like, see the problem is anybody versus a lot of those old Republic types, they are so powerful. Like remember you have Darth Nihilus. Like literally he's not even a being. He's just pure force. You know, and destroying planets. It is insane.
Yeah.
I would say, if it's Anakin Skywalker and like at the height of his potential, maybe. I think Anakin Skywalker, if he actually like fulfilled his full potential, like non-Darth Vader, that version might have a chance against Revan. But yeah, like any old Republic Jedi character is just an entirely different league than any of the prequel Jedis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, perhaps. That's what I'm saying. Anakin has a chance. I'm not saying he can win. I'm saying, like, maybe. See, the one part of lore that I don't like... Actually, since I've already gotten, I'm gonna try this. Since I've already gotten into the base, maybe I don't need the droid. I'm gonna try this. Let's try this. But yeah, give me another Star Wars versus. I kind of like this topic. Chat or. All right, what's Jason got for us?
I played EverQuest. I was terrible at it. Right? Perhaps he says, okay, my brain just short circuited. Mage, Hawk, Dragon Age 2 versus Ravon. Who wins?
I've never played Dragon Age 2, so I can't say.
Yeah, just try to keep it within Star Wars.
That is an interesting question. What other fictional character could beat Revan? Kratos, maybe. I could say maybe Kratos.
Yeah, I was literally just gonna say Kratos.
One thing I love is even Jared admits, yeah, Kratos would body Wonder Woman. I don't think Kratos could beat Superman, though. I don't think he could. Because Kratos can be killed. Yoda versus Revan. Remember, Yoda got like slaughtered by Sidious.
Who dare?
What do we got for chats?
Chats. Let's see here. No, Kratos couldn't beat Wonder Woman. He couldn't beat Hercules.
What?
So no, Kratos couldn't beat Wonder Woman, and he couldn't beat Hercules. I don't know.
Yep, my character's
all right.
again.
I've seen my newest steamed hams favorite now.
What is that?
Somebody just made a meme where it just has Skinner as like a Roman, and he's like, "Hey guys, my pantheon is ruined. But what if I take their gods and disguise them as my own?" So it looks over at Greece. I don't know. I thought that was funny.
Oh, fuck you. Sorry. Alright, I gotta play this better. What's the chat saying? I'm just gonna let you know, next episode, I might actually just rebuild the character and just like play through this section off stream, because my character, I totally borked the character, I think, or I just suck.
All right, so he says when you actually look at the Hercules myth, Kratos' powers are just a cut below. Hercules did most of his stuff with a club. So, and then JC Ringer says it is funny, and then Nathan says, "Ooh, Yoda versus Ravon. Ravon, Revan, whatever. Revan. There you go, Revan. Yeah.
My enemies call me Ravan.
Shut the F up, dude.
My friends call me Revan. Jay Zinger says, "Yep, I agree. I agree with you on that one, Nick." All right, so give me your one YouTube guilty pleasure. What are kind of videos that you like to watch? Or something that always puts a smile on your face. Me, I like watching Karens get beat up by cops.
I watch a lot of those like AI Reddit videos.
Oh yeah. Like I always like watching like Karens get in with cops, and then learning the hard way.
Or like those HOA kind of stories where like they get the better of them.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, yeah, I remember going through a whole long phase of listening to a lot of those Reddit videos, especially when I was like, I don't know, washing dishes or something. Just have something going on there while I'm standing there. But yeah, I think it some of it definitely seemed to help, particularly with a lot of the choosing beggars types of videos. Noticing that a lot of the exchanges would have people just going hello, and encountering that so many times and just getting me to cringe at that made me just acutely aware to never do anything like that when I'm trying to conduct business with someone. And like, if I'm not getting a timely answer, I kind of have a rule for myself. If I still haven't gotten a response, try to find some kind of new information to present. But whatever you do, don't just go hello.
I mean, I'm a fan of just a good old question mark. Alright, so we got about 13 minutes left in the stream. I don't know, I very much might just rebuild this character and just like play the opening hours in between the episodes, because god dang, this character should not be dying so quickly. I think I didn't put enough into strength, because I'm just not hitting. Like, I'm just barely hitting. Because I'm trying to do a dual wield character. Alright, let's see here. What am I going to get her? What do we got for comments?
Let's see here. We got I'd root for Wonder Woman every time. I would too. I like Wonder Woman.
Yeah, Wonder Woman's cool. I like her.
My YouTube guilty pleasure are gun test videos. Oh, those are always fun.
Oh,
I remember watching the guy from Kentucky Ballistics channel, and he fired like this. I don't know, this abomination of metal and wood.
All right, I'm just gonna say a name, and you guys are just gonna get hit with waves of nostalgia. FPS Russia.
Huh? Ooh.
Who? What?
Oh my god, you guys never heard of FBF Russia?
No.
He's like
What?
he's an old school gun YouTuber.
No. Never seen him.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
No waves of nostalgia here.
I think the only like gun tuber that I really enjoy is Brennan Herrera. I love that guy.
Jason says, I'm dipping out because my BG3 group will start soon. Peace out. The 90s say hello.
Yeah, we're gonna be ending this here soon.
Yeah, it says, be safe, Jason. You are the only ones, Nick.
I'm the only ones. What?
You and are the only ones.
Okay.
You are only ones who've seen Russian Man.
Okay. But yeah, I think I might rebuild this character in between. Like we're gonna do an episode 2, but
So did you have that moment where you're just like, at that moment you realized he had fucked up?
yeah. Cause like
Yeah.
I think my problem was where's my stats? Like strength is 9. I really should have put more into strength, I think. Alright, Typo King is now leaving. Alright.
So in Japan, and I gotta say, I love the Japanese. Japan, they have a Jaws bath bomb.
Oh god.
It looks like a little boat, and you put it in the water, and it
Dude.
dissolves. Yeah, it dissolves, and then once it gets to the center, it starts dissolving, like red, bright red.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like blood, and eventually encased in it. Once all the bath bomb is gone, there's a plastic Jaws head in the middle.
That is kind of adorable.
It does. So the water looks like it's all bloody, and you got a Jaws. Yeah, it looks cool.
Alright, so we are going to start wrapping up here. Alright. So Caster, I'm gonna go drain the dragon real quick. While I'm doing that, could you tell people what you got going on and where people find you? And Caster, when you're done, Lug, it's your turn. Caster, make sure to tell Lug.
Alrighty.
Oh, no.
You can find me on YouTube at the Boneyard. You can find me also on X at Caster Grave, and join me in my Legions of Undead, and we have all kinds of fun there. Yeah, and then there's Lug. Where can they find you at?
Well, actually, I'll be sometime tomorrow. I'll be streaming a Doom Megawad that Nick himself actually requested. The Legend of Doom.
Oh wow!
That'll be going on Twitch as usual.
Alright, what's up?
That should be interesting. Hide it all.
Okay, where's the weed?
Hide it?
Where's the weed?
We weren't doing nothing.
Oh gosh. He saw it. Alright.
Yeah.
Were you guys plotting my
No.
downfall again?
Now we're talking about wads.
Where's all the data?
Yeah.
Okay. So, alright, I'm just gonna ignore that. So tomorrow we'll be doing extra credits, so doing the Rise and Fall of the Microsoft Xbox. On Tuesday, we will be doing Golden Sun, and then on Friday, I have no clue what the fuck I'm gonna do for the Friday Night Frenzy. I'll figure that out. And Saturday we'll be doing KOTOR. I may or may not be doing a new character. I don't know. Something about like having a borked character, I think, kind of makes for a little more entertaining. You know what I'm saying? We'll figure it out. I'm actually not doing too bad, honestly. I'm getting through things without too much trouble. But yeah. Alright, Black River Kai tagged me on Twitter. I'll check that out after the stream. So, yeah. thank you guys for joining us. We will be playing this full game. After that, I don't know what we're gonna play. Maybe Wind Waker. I don't know. I do take requests. Yeah. I don't think I can stretch this till 4 hours. So I think I'm just gonna end it here. I mean, it's only 5 minutes. You know, who cares?
Yeah, it's only 5 minutes. It's fine. Yeah.
But
it'll be fine.
thank you, Jason Ingram. Thank you, Nathan Brown. Thank you, Caster. Thank you, Lug. If you're in the Metro Detroit area, please check me out tomorrow at the Downriver Comic Con in Lincoln Park at the high school. I'll be there from 10 to 3, slinging some comics. It'll be pretty sweet. It's been Nick from the Phoenix Press. And remember, I can